Hello, everyone. Welcome to week number 6 of the 5PL Pro League. This is the Schwartz division today. I'll be your host. I'm Dexter Wiseman. I've got Mr. Tim Hooper and Kyle Young with us this morning. Welcome aboard, everybody.
Morning.
How's everybody doing?
We're good.
Can't complain.
Good. Tim, getting all excited for this next week coming up?
Absolutely. Big Manitoba Open's coming up, so it's a big week for bowling in Manitoba. Should be good.
Yeah, it should be awesome. Best bowlers around the country coming up to show up. It's going to be awesome. Kyle, is it going to be weird not being there this weekend?
It'll be a little bit weird, but, I don't know. Maybe I can sweet talk my way into actually getting out there. We'll see.
Last minute flights, that's the way to do it, buddy.
Only way sometimes,
That's right.
For the moment, make you play better.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. All right, so we're going to have a great day of bowling here today. We're going to start off with an all-Winnipeg showdown. Today we're going to have the Dakota Dynamite versus the Avalanche. And then right afterwards, we're going to have the Minto Maniacs versus Dakota Dynamite. And then we're going to have the Lumberjacks versus the Avalanche to finish. Exciting day. These are the first matches for the Avalanche this year, I believe. The Dynamite have one match in so far. They are 6-2 to start the year.
And even watching Minto's played really well so far in their games. Like, I know some of the ones that were just crazy strong finishes by the other team, but they've been really competitive this year. So, should be a fun match. Yeah,
absolutely. They're 13-19 right now, but they've played well. Sometimes you just don't get the breaks. Lumberjacks are 16-16. They did have a perfect game thrown against them last week, so you can't really knock them for losing that match either. So,
no.
Kind of the luck of the draw,
Yeah, it happens, and we'll see. Maybe they'll have a good bounce back.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be motivated for sure. All right, so we're gonna bring in our managers for today. We're gonna have Jimmy Llewellyn for Dakota, and we're going to bring in Cam Boone over for the Avalanche. Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Couple of legends from Winnipeg. How are you guys doing this morning? How are the teams feeling? Jimmy, we'll start with you.
Well, they're arguing over there, so I don't know what they're doing. I got to be honest, they are arguing about something.
That's fair.
Who's arguing with who, though, Jimmy? That's the question.
Oh, we got Chad and Andy and Aaron and Randy. Oh, yeah. That's good, though. Giving us some passion.
You're safer where you are at the moment.
It was good getting called away.
He's just filming in case it ends up going on World Star or something.
Cam, how are you guys doing this morning? Oh,
Cam's got a technology issue.
Cam, you got to unmute your mic, buddy. Oh, you're still muted. There we go.
Okay, are we back now?
You're good.
Hey, this is Dwayne's phone.
Yeah, Dwayne's been messing up all the technology this morning, so we'll blame him. How are you guys feeling this morning?
Yeah, we're doing just fine. Yep, we did a lot of practicing this morning. This will be our first match of the year.
Awesome. You guys must be excited to finally kick it off.
Oh, you bet we are.
And what a great way to start, facing a Winnipeg rival.
Yes.
Might as well start some animosity, a little bit of trash talking right away. Love it. Jimmy, so you guys are first up for lineups. What are you guys looking for lineups for today?
I'm starting off with Chad, then Randy, Jana, Aaron, and Scott. On the bench, we got Tyler and TD, and I'm benching Rob. I've always wanted to do that. So
I did one and I died.
That seems fair. Cam, what's your lineup on your side there?
We have Colton, Alyssa, Brooke is third, Mark is fourth, and Dwayne's going to be our anchor. And we have Dylan Stevenson on the bench. And Kevin Boyko will be on the bench.
Awesome. Beautiful. Do you guys have any trash talk to say to each other?
Yeah, Jimmy, I still remember you broke my ankle in 1994.
I've heard that story. I've heard that story.
You don't have that gold medal anymore, eh?
Redemption, I guess.
It's taken It's taken me 30 years, but I'm going to get revenge.
Today's the day.
20 years.
I love it. Awesome. Well, good luck, guys. Play well. We'll get you guys going.
Boy, Capoon.
Okay. Good luck.
Awesome. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys. Good
play
luck,
well,
guys.
guys.
Yeah, good luck.
Nothing beats digging out the old ones just to get it started on today.
Well, we're gonna flash this real quick. Match 1: Dakota Dynamite versus the Avalanche. Yeah, that is a legendary story that I've heard that one since I was like just out of YBC, so that's been a while now.
I think Jim's got a ton of legendary stories that he could probably bring out at any point. So.
I'm sure he does. Moral of the story, people: don't party too hard on the night you win Open Provincials.
Oh, except for that actually happened the day before they started playing.
Oh, was it? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was like they were celebrating and jumping into the pool.
No. It was the night before the team started playing. A big shot for Colton there.
Yeah, right into it. I love it. There is no they are not messing around here. Let's go through some of the lineups for today. So we'll start with the Dynamite.
Okay, so for the Dakota Dynamite, we have Tyler Van Dale, Chad Van Dale, Jana Van Wellingham, Randy Morissette, Scott Barber, Aaron Oblis, T.D. Holland, Robert Shanis. The manager, as we saw, was Jim Llewellyn Jr., and they play out of Dakota Lanes in Winnipeg.
Perfect. And then over on the Avalanche.
Yeah, Avalanche have Dwayne Gilardi, Colton Uswa, Dylan Stevenson, Kevin Boyko, Alyssa Campbell, I guess Alyssa Gilardi. We should probably change that. Brooke Goulet, Mark Steves, and Dean Bartel, with Cam and Robbie taking the manager coach role, playing out of Polo Park this year.
Perfect. I think that's a good management combo.
Yeah,
I think that's all right. You know, it's
Robbie keeps it light, and Cam can yell at you because.
Does he yell at people?
No, Cam's too nice. Well, I guess sometimes.
I don't know. Like that's exactly it. Every time I've ever seen him, I've never seen him be anything but like totally level. You know.
I think if anybody's going to do the yelling at Polo Park, it'll probably be Pat.
Fair. Yeah, I think that's a good combo. It's interesting because there's a lot of there have been teams where they have a player manager.
Yeah.
So they don't have an actual manager, and this team has two.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's kind of the first one that has had it from what I've seen. So it'll be fun to see the dynamic on how it works. But yeah, it's a pretty good team camaraderie on that Avalanche side anyway. Get to see Steve's first dip in the pro league here.
Yeah, he's first time because he was one of the switches. Dynamite have a couple people new in this year. Mark's one of them, along with Dean Bartel.
Dean as well, yeah. Yeah, it's a good couple of additions.
Dean was a guy I played against all the way through my YBC career. Every nationals I was at, I was pretty sure I was facing him.
Yeah, and then you guys got to relive the glory as coaches last year at YBC Nationals.
I wasn't there. Last year, but it was really cool seeing his kids win.
Yeah,
like that just blows my mind. It makes me feel really old, honestly.
Yeah,
but it's cool. It's cool how life goes full circle sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of people quit partway through and then they never come back to the game, and it's interesting that get to see kids coming in instead, and it's neat.
Yeah, and that's the sad part too, is there's a lot of people that you get that relationship with when you're younger playing in YBC, and to see a lot of them step away from the game, whether it be personal injuries or maybe just new family situations and that kind of stuff, and they just don't have the same amount of time. But it's the one good thing about our game. It doesn't take much to get back into it. So.
Oh, that's exactly it. It's like riding a bike sometimes, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the community is so close that even if you step away from that game for a bit, you're still going to be in contact with those people.
Yeah.
Good half
Good
my
start
brain
by both
pushing on
teams.
this one. Yeah, it's a solid start for both teams.
Yeah.
Couple more strikes on the Dynamite side, but the Avs are making sure they're cleaning everything as well. So I would not complain about that kind of start.
Absolutely.
No. Especially when it's your first match of the season in the Pro League.
Yeah.
So, I know, kind of just throw this out there. Given that, yes, they're playing leagues and Masters and other cash tournaments all year. Is there going to be any kind of nerves for these guys, even though it is seen as it's the end of the third month and they're just starting their seasons?
I think so.
Yeah, it's a different type of nervousness.
100%. There's something about playing in a team that's just way more nerve-wracking than anything else, just because you don't want to screw up for 6 other people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like I was joking about that with Carrie last week on the commentary. I don't think I've been as nervous as I was than my first game with the Eclipse.
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't calm down, I think, until the 7th or the 8th frame. Like, it was bad.
Hey, that's fair.
And I'm usually not that type of bowler. I don't get worked up about too many things, but yeah,
You're playing in a new place with new people, and like you're a name that people know, so there's an expectation there, and that just kind of puts on a whole lot of invisible pressure that doesn't really need to be there, but it's there.
Well, you're looking at the team that I have, and these are all people that I've played against for years, right? But we've built those friendships, so it's you're stepping into some familiarity, but
yeah,
at the same time, you're looking at the pressure of what it is, and yeah, I think that's probably what did it.
Did you have some people in there as well, or was it just the team?
Just the team. Well, we had a couple of people in there, but there was also, as we were finishing, we had there was a tournament coming in. So it'll be interesting on our next match because there's a Masters set going on, and we have the extra game that day. So it'll be interesting to see what we do that third game, because we have a couple people that might have to go and throw for Masters. So
yeah, but it's in the same place.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Meanwhile, Jana's got a couple of corner spares up now. Brooke punched here.
We'll see if Jimmy goes with his quick pull thing with Randy's frame.
Yeah.
Or I guess it all depends on how Scott comes out as well.
Mm-hmm. Because that's one thing they've definitely talked about is with the Dynamite is Jim Jr. can be quite fast on his substitutions.
Yeah. Great shot by Steves.
Yeah. He's showing no sense of nervousness being his first time in Pro League.
Now it was kind of the same way that he played his first year playing the Open when he was on the mixed team.
Yeah.
He was a stud out there.
Yeah. Rookie of the Year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Both of the Rookie of the Years from Manitoba are playing on the Avalanche, because Brooke was also the ladies' Rookie of the Year.
Okay, there's a head pin for Scott. So, yeah, conceivably Jim might have a couple of options early.
So is TD and Tyler on the bench, and Rob was benched this game?
That's what I recall Jim saying. Of course, for TD, this would be her, if I'm not mistaken, this is her first year in the Pro League as well.
Yeah. Well, it keeps it relatively close with Dwayne punching the head pin there, but
two doubles up on the Dynamite side gives them a bit of a slight advantage.
Yeah.
Still Still pretty early in this.
Yeah, and just the way that we've seen the Dynamite play before, the Dynamite, sometimes they have a little bit of lull at the start, but they usually always finish strong. So
Absolutely.
be interesting to see if that continues. And, Avalanche's first game and adding a couple of new players, maybe it'll change the dynamic. And because I think their weak spot last year might have been just after the break.
Yeah, that was I had quite a few of their matches last year, and that's my recollection of how their season went. And I mean, looking at their stats from last year, their averages ranged from 237 up to about 258. So, I mean, nothing terrible, but all the teams that were around at the end of the year had at least one or two standout players who were 270, 280 plus.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I mean. Last year was also, they were playing on 15 or 16. So, scoring wise, you could see why some of their averages might have been a little bit lower. I think this year with them playing out of Polo Park, like understanding that Polo Park with some of the changes they made to like the bands and that, they thought that scoring would be down. I don't think it's going to be like that for too long, especially seeing the numbers that were put up there last year.
No, and I think having seen the Sunday League down there, scoring seems like it's coming back. I had been told that they were actually putting the old bands on this pair for
Pro League.
It doesn't take that long for the bands to break in normally. Do you know what kind of bands they put on?
That I'm not sure. I just know it was the ones that they were using last year, which are the blue or the black ones, as opposed to the pinkish ones that they had just put on to start the season.
Oh, okay. You don't see the pink ones very often.
No. Probably with good reason.
Yeah. But these are definitely two of the better scoring centers in the country for sure.
Yeah, well, that's Dakota, the way that Dakota's been playing the last two seasons, since they inset the pins. It's been playing really, really high, but it's been really fair. I would say every single lane feels the exact same, which you don't get all the time in a center. But I could say the same thing the way that Polo was playing last year, because I spared a fair bit in Polo as well. And it was playing relatively high as well, but fair. Same thing. Polo's always been like that, and especially since they switched to the full synthetic lanes now, you notice a huge difference in the way that the pin action and stuff is.
Yeah, Polo
Absolutely.
played great at Masters Nationals for sure.
Yeah, great
But
shot.
it looks like with Dakota there, anything on the side just goes. You're not getting massive kickbacks or anything like that.
Well, no, yeah, it's
that
not like the Bonnie Doon kind of random 3s and 2s falling over.
It's body Dune, but without the kickbacks.
Pretty much.
Because that shot that Aaron just threw was thick, and it just exploded like it was flush pocket. Which is awesome.
And that's what I mean. You still do get penalized with higher shots that are coming higher in the pocket. You will get splits. You will get that kind of stuff. You don't get that type of push out, but it's kind of a place where you almost get rewarded for kind of playing a little bit thicker, late break, back pocket, thick shots. You get a lot of push.
That's old school Dakota. That's Dakota from when it was free fall.
Yeah, that's free fall style.
I was going to say that describes more of the way you would play on free fall for sure. And maybe that's an advantage in Winnipeg because we had a lot of free fall centers until fairly recently.
Mm-hmm. I remember playing there in 2010 for Open Nationals and just loving it because thick is my game. I love playing thick.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome. Just sending pins everywhere.
Oh, when Dakota was free fall, Rossmere wasn't as you didn't get the pin flying as much, but Dakota's free fall was legendary on some of the stuff. It was amazing. Like, I was lucky enough to play at Windsor for a long time before they got rid of their free fall machines. But Windsor was the same way. It was just you got lucky with those thick shots, and you could push stuff off the wall. It was awesome.
So 325 for the Dynamite after 3, 303 after 3 for the Avalanche. Both with a turkey in there. The Avalanche down 1 mark. So pretty tight match so far here.
Yeah.
Should be close. Nice to see Chad find the range again there after a bit of a loose third frame. Of course, he's playing really well lately. He won the Stars at the Tournament Masters last weekend with a 2270 something.
Good for him. Where was that at?
Billy Mosienko.
Okay. Great shot by Colton.
Very good shot.
Randy's getting pulled. You could tell.
if he wasn't before the body language, he was after. That's for sure.
Yeah. TD coming in. It'll be good to see how TD does for her first year playing on the team.
Yeah. And she has no stats, so she didn't play the first time the Dynamite were in action. So this is literally was her first ball in Pro League.
I don't know if I'm familiar with her.
She's had some success in YBC. She's also made the Open and Masters teams in the past. Throws kind of a decent speed hook. But yeah, she's been pretty successful just in leagues and stuff as well. She's around the 235, 240 average.
It looks like a very controlled shot.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah, nothing fancy, but very effective.
Not a lot of things that can go wrong either.
No,
shot by Jana.
Simplicity is good sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, Alyssa threw a great shot too last frame.
Absolute bomb.
I love the intensity they play with.
Yeah. Great shot by Brooke.
Yeah, the Avalanche especially, but both teams, but the Avalanche especially are kind of emblematic of the generational shift that's taking place in Manitoba bowling. There's just so many really good young players that we have now.
Yeah.
Truly. Absolutely. Probably the best in the country, my belief.
Another 4-bagger on the board there for their great shot by Steves as well.
The amount of just pure talent that has come out of your province in the last little while is crazy.
Well, and that's what I mean. You're also looking at both of these teams and, the players that they needed to be substituted were trying to put together that youth team for the Pro League. And, shout out to Max. Max ended up winning the singles yesterday.
Yeah.
So, like Max, Alex, Will, Noah Brown, there's so many talented young players coming up in YBC, coming to the adult ranks this year.
But I mean, even the ones that have been in the adult ranks for the last couple of years. I mean, Colton, Sam,
Sam, there's just an endless amount of talented players that are coming out now.
It's awesome.
Making all the old guys work.
Yeah, it's good. Pushes everybody.
Another great frame for the Dynamite. It was just the last little bit there looking.
And as good as it was for the Dynamite, it was even better for the Avalanche with all strikes up.
Yeah.
You could tell the Avalanche is starting to feel it.
I thought the scoring system was fixed before Nationals. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
A little light for Chad. Still a good hit. Even without the microphone, if Colton gets this one, you know how loud it's going to be when he turns around.
I absolutely love the way he plays.
I'm going with, if he got it, I was going to say all you hear is "you bet."
He plays with so much intensity, but it's in such a respectful manner. It's awesome. Love seeing it.
Oh, for sure. I spent last season bowling with him on Friday nights, and it was a lot of fun. Like, he is a really good player, really good attitude.
Yeah, absolutely. He's one of the most respectful kids, but he's super funny, and he just needs to be less hard on himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He's up to 266 average on Friday nights this year, which is significantly up from last year, although he will be disappointed with missing that corner.
Yeah, but you know what? Going into the commercial break with 178, I think if you or 176, I think if you ask us at the start of the match, if that's what you're going to have, you're going to be happy with it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Pretty good start. I don't think too many people would complain with that start.
Yeah.
If they did, there's something wrong with them.
Exactly.
Looks like TD's settled in nicely. I mean, she went 5-5 to clean up Randy's head pin and then corner spares, throwing 4 good shots in a row.
Yeah, she looks comfortable.
Well, and it's kind of funny, too, if you're comparing, bowling styles and stuff. TD and Jana are very similar with, the demeanor that they play. They're, very quiet, but the way that they can both work the ball, it's pretty impressive. Another great shot by Jana.
Yeah.
Are we getting a pull here? Looks like Alyssa might be out.
Yeah, and Alyssa wasn't off by much on that first shot. Just maybe got down a little bit too far, but she was still cleaning everything.
Yeah, but there's a point, right? I mean, even, and I'll say it for me too. If I'm punching, just yank me.
Yeah.
Put in somebody that might hit the side. So we all get into that mode where, okay, you're punching lots and then you start trying stuff and then you start missing a little bit. And
yeah.
So at some point it's going to be okay, well, we'll have somebody else come jump in and see if they can hit the side, throw some strikes. Because really, this league is about throwing strikes.
Well, and especially how close the match is as well, right? You're trying to
100%.
get an advantage in there. Aaron got roasted on that one too.
Yeah, he threw a good shot. Kind of same thing, same deal as Colton. Good shot, got to the corner.
It's a good squeeze by Brooke. It was a little thick, but pretty sure she's happy with the shot on that one.
Yeah, it looked like it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. See if Scotty B can get back on the middle here. Great half.
Good half for Brooke. Ooh, that's a little outside.
Just pop in a little bit at the end of the shot.
Yeah.
We'll just blame those little baby balls, green and whiteys.
That was a better shot there.
Yeah, it's a good half, but another good frame by the Dynamite. Great shot by Mark.
It's going to be a tight match going in the second half here.
It is.
We get a Justin Keane spotting here. The shiny legs, Sometimes you just need a tan. Just kidding.
Yeah. Kyle, the darkest person I know.
So I got tattoos on my legs.
Good push by Dwayne there. That was tight on the right, and that had good push through.
Some good rotation on that shot, but not a bad start. Pretty good match, nice and close.
Yeah, 7-point difference, 1 mark difference in between the two of them. Real close match going into commercial break here. We'll be back in about 3 minutes.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, we're back.
Back to the nonstop action of the 5PL. Let's go.
Well, this should be an exciting finish, too.
Scotty looked like he was going to wipe out on a practice slide.
One thing that seems to be a constant with all of this is some teams always seems to come out of the commercial break hot.
Yeah, and I don't think it was that way initially. That first year, that commercial break really messed with people.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, okay, we're just gonna take a 5-minute break here, and, which is so abnormal, you know.
Well, it's just weird too, because then you ask around the other teams and see what other people like to do during the break, right? You get the teams that like everybody wants to be throwing practice balls type of thing, or you get the other ones that are just sitting back and joking around. Like, I know the Snowmen last year, that's kind of all that we really did was joke around when we were in the pit.
Yeah, pretty much. We're the same sort of way too. We're never like super serious until like, you know, until you're throwing balls, and then the second you're not throwing balls, whether it's in between frames or whatnot, you're far less serious. But it's different because like when you're in the open and stuff, you have those breaks obviously when you know you finish a frame really fast and the other team has it, or there's a lane that's got a tangle or something like that. Ooh,
that was a late ball there. Great shot by Dylan though for his first frame.
Yeah,
that was solid.
And that's important now because TD's come in and played well right off the hop. So now Dylan's got to try to dig back a little bit here.
Yeah.
Right. When Dylan was one of the kind of unsung heroes for the Avalanche last year. I mean, he averaged 251 last season for them.
And he was very good coming in off the bench as well.
Oh, burnt. It's always weird for me watching somebody throw that ball speed and then see the ball go behind the 2-pin.
It shouldn't be physically possible, but somehow it does.
Must have been just thin enough, but that one always surprises me. Aaron's got a hell of a start to his game up there.
Yeah.
It's because I guess you guys were razzing a little bit on the podcast.
We're not known for doing that. Do we do that? Do we?
No, never.
Never.
That doesn't seem like us.
Just like rubbing in the fact that I could have been the first one to have the live stream perfect game, but no, not good enough.
Also, no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's why Tim. I'm no longer Team Tim. I'm going to be Team Dex because
Yes.
you didn't rub it in.
I did keep my mouth shut, which is rare.
it
But
was funny when we were actually watching TBC and Natalie and I were watching there, and it was down to you and Carrie, and she's like, "I want Dex to win," and I was like, "I like Dex, but I got to go with my boy Carrie." So
it's fine. It's fine.
oh, that
Ooh,
was
aces.
just dirty. That looked like it had a lot more to push out into than that. That was a weird break. Especially for Dwayne's ball speed. That's not a typical one that you'd see.
No, I can't remember the last time I saw him throw a set of aces.
Okay.
Dynamite with another solid frame out of the break. Not surprising there. Seems to be the butter frame for them. Great clean.
So looks like Dakota came flying out of the break.
And it looks like Avalanche threw their monitor.
Somebody kicked it. Oh no, I got to reset it. Maybe lane 3 was a bad choice. Dex can tell us what that means on the screen because you got the same system.
No, I don't think this is. No, we do have the same system, but I think they're using a secondary monitor that they're something.
Yeah, they have the keypad one. They don't have the.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, ours doesn't have any menus like that at all. Oh, it gave him the spare.
Yeah, must have missed a ball someplace in there. I mean, Dwayne threw 2 good shots at the corners, but he certainly didn't spare it.
Chad with a great shot out of the gate.
Yeah. TD with her first couple of misses since coming in.
Kyle, when you were playing this, or when you play this, do you watch the score at all?
Usually not at the start of the match because I could care less at the start. Probably not until after the break, just to see how close things are.
So that, like, normally I won't really watch until I take a look at frame 7, frame 8, because ultimately you're still trying to throw the best ball you can at all times.
Yeah.
Ain't that much of a
Like
difference.
I know last year the way that like we had the laptop at the back, but we also when we had multiple games that day, we would usually put it on like the TV screens between the lanes at St. James.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also weird because then you're on the delay. So
Yeah, true enough. We do the same thing too, but I don't really look at the score. I just kind of, when it's time for me to go throw a ball, then I like 'cause I'm usually first, so I can be like, okay, they're done, and then I'll go sort of thing. But I don't really look. But I'm interested to see if like Dylan knows where he's at right now, because like if he knows that it was close all the way along, and you see TD open that frame, those are the moments where it's just like super motivating. You know,
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's go. This is my chance, sort of thing.
yeah, like, and maybe I'm not the best person to ask because like I could be bowling in a tournament and I don't look at the score ever. Like I literally just have it in my mind. Like I know I'm playing good enough. This is probably where I'm at. So yeah. And that's why we have coaches and managers in this league.
Exactly.
You know, if we need to hear something, they'll let us know, right?
Yeah. Why is it always the youngest teams that seem to have the biggest problems with technology? Next Gen was horrible for it.
I don't know. Tyler ended up having a couple like sparkly intros and stuff like that when he came on that one day.
Yeah, fair. There was one day that they forgot their mount. They had their their camera in a shoe pointed at the monitor. Like, you guys
Well,
are
Bradford was telling me some of the stuff that they did last year with at Lincoln to get like the monitor feed and everything done. They're like stacking books and having stuff block the glare off the screen.
They're having
Technology Robbie's on there. I think they're going to try to run the HDMI out so they could get a direct feed from the TV itself. But that cable just lying there is probably going to be a little distracting. Imagine if you line up on the right side going to pick a corner or something. You got this thing hanging right in front of you.
Oh, be interesting to see how they MacGyver this.
All right, we're just going to the TV, eh? All right, I'm on it. I think.
Getting sick.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need some gravel before pretty soon.
Well, the other thing that they probably could do, like they could probably run it right off of the main screen, like at the desk.
You can, but then you can't really use the monitor anymore. You can't use that computer at all anymore.
Okay. Well, it's early enough. I don't think they have anybody coming in. They could probably get away with it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You getting sick? Stop it.
Meanwhile, over at Dakota, the Dynamite had another solid frame.
Are they done moving it? Nope.
Think.
All right. Okay, I'm on it.
Let's get the pixelated zoom in.
It should be all right in a second here. The phone cameras are better than you think for the most part.
Another set of aces.
Oh man.
So obviously, it's been a bit of a lengthy delay. So, what kind of effect would this have on Brooke and the bottom part of the lineup here for the Avalanche?
Yeah, it's hard to say. It depends on what they're used to for their own routines and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe the other question is the effect it has on the Dynamite, because they can't start the next frame until the Avs finish here. So they've been sitting for a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, at least it's kind of fair across the board. I mean, although, you hate to see that happen when Jana's got a 4-bagger going there, but I mean, Mark's here on a turkey, so it's kind of all square and equal. They both had to wait.
Yeah, and they could still go to 15 and throw.
That's true.
Exactly. That is the one thing about this league that I think is underutilized, which is fine by me because I will continue to utilize it.
Great shot by Mark.
Good shot for Mark. Delay didn't seem to affect him at all.
Nope.
No. Still, that's what, 4 ham bones so far? It's pretty good. 5. Colton had 1 too.
Still a close match. Strike here would be very helpful for the Avalanche, just when you look at the 3 doubles on the other side.
Slightly outside. Just a little bit of a dip, but I won't worry about it too much. Good shot by Dwayne.
It's the half. It's a 42-point difference, 3 frames to play. But that's a lot of count.
Doubles. Yeah, that's a lot of doubles.
Is it ever?
Great. Ooh, roasted. Good ball, though. Colton was a little quick getting in line on that one.
It's like he wanted it really badly.
Yeah. Well, seeing Chad leaving up the pin too, like just maybe forcing it a little bit, but great pick by Chad. Yeah, it's great to see Chad playing back up at that high level the last couple of seasons as well. Like not just pro league, just leagues in general. Like, he's been pretty solid on the Wednesday night league. I think he's the high average right now from what somebody mentioned to me.
Good hat by Connor.
Okay, head pin there by TD. Gives Dylan a real chance here now to jump in.
Strangle hold on that one.
Yeah, this match has kind of flipped real quick. 2 opens and a couple of strikes really makes a massive difference quickly.
Yeah. That's good.
Good shot.
Yeah, there's another player, up and comer from Winnipeg is Dylan. He's put in a ton of work since he left YBC. You could see he's getting better every year.
A ton of them, just like unsung heroes. Like, Dylan, Matt Rodich.
Oh, Matt. Yeah, he's a sponge too. Like you can tell he wants to get up there for top in the province, right? And like he's not afraid to ask questions. He listens very well when he gets advice. But
totally,
just an all around good kid.
Big shot by Brooke, and another head pin over on the Dynamite side. You can, even through the screen, you can kind of feel the momentum swinging here.
Yeah. There will be a substitution for the 9th frame. Tyler Van Dale will go in for TD. So that spot has taken both pulls.
Shot by Mark. You can tell he's not feeling the pressure at all.
No, that looked really casual.
Yeah. Oh, he's a solid player. And like it's somebody that took a couple of years away from the game as well. But last couple of years he's been back, and this is what we're used to seeing out of him. Just very confident shot, not afraid to really let loose on the ball.
Aaron just keeps mowing him down.
Getting Dwayne pulling himself. Yeah, there's Diener.
Looks like he is.
No, Boyko. There's an instant energy type of guy, Kevin Boyko.
Almost hear the woo through the screen.
I still think the best main thing from our Friday night pre-game stuff was the SpongeBob one. That was still the best meme I've seen.
What was this?
I'll see if I can find an image of it and send it to you. But so we had a Friday night write-up every week that Tyson used to do. And then there'd be a section at the bottom where you could submit memes, and he'd post memes. So it was basically a SpongeBob thing of one of the characters having both fist up screaming in somebody's face. It was Kevin Boyko screaming to a random bowler bowling on the lane next to him.
That's funny. Great shot by Chad there.
Big shot by Chad.
And it's just so
Really
clean
team.
out of his hand. You just know right away. Colton answers.
Yeah.
Big shot. Both teams really needed those shots.
A little quick from Ty.
Just a little over anxious.
I hadn't seen him warm up anywhere.
Ty, it looked like he was throwing on the far side there.
Okay.
Yeah, just it's kind of hard going in this late in the game too, right? If you weren't
big
really
time.
expecting it.
It's an unfortunate head pin for Dylan there. That strike, if he threw a strike there, that could have not only solidified his match, although that looks pretty solid now as it is, but
Yeah.
that would have brought them right back in their team match too.
Yeah.
But it's still neck and neck at this point.
Yeah, cleaning up the one side, getting some of the bonus there, really put him in the driver's seat regardless. See if Janet can get back on it. Yeah, look pretty good.
Okay, so with that 206, Dylan solidified that second match.
It's a big shot for Brooke here as well, because she can gain some ground.
Yeah, she still has potential to win that match too. She's down quite a bit, but she runs up the sheets. That's good.
Great shot. As the British would say, we'd have her set up for a grandstand finish to the third match.
Do we ever?
And totals now gotten very, very close.
8-point difference, but I mean, the Brooke Jana match has, advantage to Brooke for marks, so like that's really going to help that team total.
Yeah.
That might tell the story right there.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve's getting roasted and Aaron taking them all.
Wow. It's going to be another monster game. Another monster game for Aaron. I mean, he started in the one game the Dynamite played, he had 388.
Crazy. There are some massive averages right now in this league.
Yeah.
Quick shout out to Jesse Leet from the Snowmen, another Winnipeg bowler who's averaging 340 for 4 matches so far this season.
Yeah, he's been playing ridiculous in Pro League.
I told him a couple of Fridays ago that for those 4 hours that they've played, he's probably been the best 5-pin bowler on the planet.
Yeah, and we've all known that Jesse's had this in him this whole time.
Yeah.
Like he was very successful. Like as a senior in YBC, he won a national championship playing on some of the C5 the youth teams with like Jen and Brandon, and like he's had success, right? So seeing him back at the top of his game is like really good. Yeah, this is going to be a squeaky bum time finish.
Yeah. That's a big miss spare by Mark there. Not so much for his match at this point, but just for team total. This is a big spare here.
Yeah.
I think he liked it.
Was he literally he was running it out?
Hear him yelling, "You know it!" with that point.
Okay, so you got a 12-point match here. 8 balls of count for the Dynamite, 6 for the Avalanche.
It's really good. Yeah, the doubles are going to tell a tale here.
Yeah.
Great shot by Chad.
That's huge.
And Colton doesn't have to put any extra pressure on himself. Just throw that one ball.
Oh,
Great
no,
shot.
absolute no doubt about that one.
No. It looked like he took an extra beat there before he went, too.
Yeah. Okay, so do you think that there's more pressure on Brooke or Aaron in this situation? Like, do you think it's harder going into 10 knowing you need all the marks while shooting 418? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'm going to throw a PG here, but like I need to throw the PG to win our team total. Like that feels like a lot of pressure, you know?
Yeah,
No, it is. Yeah, I still think it's probably a little bit more in Brooke just because she's going first. If she bangs out, it's then obviously that pressure all goes to Aaron.
Yeah, because then he needs them all too. This is a big shot here for Colton.
Oh, tie with
that was disgusting. That was gross.
We need to judge a play.
I don't think you could celebrate a miss, but yeah.
but they all count the same.
That one was dramatically better.
That's going to not make you want to wash your eyes out with bleach. Colton's very quietly thrown a double of his own in 10.
It was a good bounce back. You know, he obviously started the game really well and then had a bit of a struggle through 5 and 6, and then turned it right back on.
Yeah. Great shot.
Yeah, great finish. That's massive for them. So they're going to take that first match. They're also going to take the second match.
It's good finish for Ty, at least, to get back on the train.
But now this is like really neck and neck.
And I found that meme and sent it to you, Dex. So now you can laugh. Great shot by Jana.
Great shot by Jana.
I do think I did see this. This popped up recently, didn't it?
Tyson might have sent it to you as well.
Yeah.
Because Tyson came up with a bunch of really good ones.
That was an absolute bomb by Dylan there.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't ever. Pure aggression.
Which now makes that head pin in 9 even bigger.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say ruthless aggression, and then we were going to hear John Cena.
Does anyone see John Cena?
No. It's a little outside.
That's just a little outside. That's now going to give Brooke a chance to win the point.
More than a little outside.
Yeah.
But he did an absolute phenomenal job coming in off the bench.
Oh yeah, he played great off the bench.
And if they come back and they end up winning this match, that's a big part of what we're going to have to look at is just how great he did coming off the bench here.
Yeah. Great shot.
Spare.
Here's our
we'll take 30 carats to 10.
Snort spare average today.
Yeah.
Starting good.
That is 150 for 5 frames for Dylan, so that's
huge.
awesome.
Brooke maxes out at 314, so she needs the double to win her match, and then a pin.
Yeah. Ooh, just a bit outside for Aaron. I mean, we had been talking about who was under more pressure, and then just by fluke, they wind up going up at the same time here.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a big punch. So the third match is going to end up going to Dynamite.
Now it's the loss of count on this double that's going to really swing total.
Yeah, loss of count.
Well, she's got to pick her wood here. Okay, so she picks that. That's $12.90. She can bet $12.95, so they're down. Oh, I see it. Aaron matches, so kind of a wash there. Now there's some pressure on Mark, because Mark has the opportunity to make up every pin that they're down.
Well, and the fact that they still have 2 bowlers left, where the Dynamite just have one, right? Scotty's still carrying his strike.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. If Mark bangs out, they're at 1340, so he has the opportunity to nullify every ounce of the lead that Dynamite has.
Yeah.
Still, Aaron's disappointed, but he can't be upset with 358.
No.
Yeah, it's a great game.
A little too quick for Mark.
A little quick.
We have Mark in the chat cheering for Mark on the lanes. It's a big Mark fan.
Oof.
Oh, Scott's not gonna be happy with that. Oh, that's a big spare at this point.
Big half.
Especially with the snort.
Yeah. This has suddenly gotten extremely interesting.
It hasn't ever.
This is pretty much what we expected from this match, too.
Yeah.
That's what we hoped for, too.
Yeah.
All right. So that first shot by Scotty.
Oof. Still a great first game for Mark.
Yeah. He's not going to win that match, but that's a great game. So 2-2.
Yeah.
This first shot is huge.
8.
So down 38. He doesn't need a strike to win team total, anyways.
Yeah.
That's a bomb.
Great shot. What was the final score for Scott?
215.
215. Okay. And it was 1358 is what they had, right?
Yep. Just have to stay back from the line.
Make sure you get a goodish number of the pins.
Yeah, and I mean 8 points or 9 points for the team total, and 10 points for his match.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is.
It's now really squeaky bum time.
Oh no! I love drama, but I love different kind of drama.
Holy moly! You couldn't try to sell this script. Nobody would buy it.
What do we got? Oh my god!
Oh my!
tie.
So they tie team total, and
Scott takes the point by 2.
So that
2, yeah.
gives them 4.5 to 3.5.
That's how I make it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can't get any closer than that. Holy
wow. Moly. Okay.
Couldn't ask for a closer match. Like, that was exciting right down to the end, but damn.
That is crazy. Okay. We're just gonna exit that. We'll bring in our managers when they show up. I don't know if they want to join us at the moment.
They may need some heart medication or something after that.
Well, and the players as well, and that Scott and Kevin are probably being extremely hard on themselves right now too.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I mean, that was a great first shot by Kevin.
Oh yeah,
that was a great
a clutch shot. And
So-
he didn't look off by much on that second shot. Just a little extra rotation, just pushed the ball over.
Yeah. All right, let's bring in Jimmy. Jimmy,
Sir.
that
Friendly
was one of the most very cordial, very, very cordial match.
Friendly Manitoba. That's what it is.
Holy cow. It's like, oh no, you can have it. No, you can have it. No, you can have it. That was a crazy finish. I mean, a win's a win. You ended up winning 4.5 to 3.5 by my math, right? Scotty,
That is correct.
Scotty had 215, right? So he wins his match by 2.
Yes.
And then you guys tied
4.
team total.
4.5, 3.5. Yeah.
Crazy.
Hello there, guys.
Hey, Cam. So, Jimmy, what was?
I can't
what
hear
was the
anything.
feeling- What was the feeling in the pit going down the line there? I mean,
It was just every pin, right? Like that.
You here.
No matter what.
Let's just take the headset off. You can sort of hear him right there.
Whatever. Get all the wood. So.
yeah. Scotty ends up getting his 5 on his
I
last
turned the
ball.
volume up
there.
on the phone, baby.
Yeah.
How do you turn the
Just-
volume up on the phone?
How was
can't hear
I'm
anything.
just gonna mute Cam here for a second. How was Scott after that frame? Having to sit there and watch the ending of that match now.
How loud did Scott yell a profanity after coming off the lane?
Well, it actually wasn't after the lane. It was actually after the results that he knew he could have had more. So, but it is what it is. It's not just him.
Oh no, not even remotely.
No.
Not even remotely.
Yeah.
It's just crazy coming down the line, and like that's the finish. Crazy.
Yeah.
Great match all the way through. It was back and forth, neck and neck the entire way. You guys had an advantage that you stumbled a little bit in like frame 8, and then they made a big pushback, and then you guys answered, and like it's a great match. It was suiting that it came down to the last ball.
It's good, and it helps the league too, right? When you split teams like that, it's like, damn it, it helps every other team.
yeah, true enough. Cam, you there, buddy?
Yes, I can barely hear you, but yeah, I'm here.
Crazy match, absolutely crazy match. How are you guys feeling after that? That was a great pushback for you guys. You guys fought right to the end. You guys made a whole bunch of clutch shots to get there.
And especially with putting Dylan in, like your sub came in and played really, really good. Mark answered almost every single shot throughout the match that Aaron threw. Team morale still good after that close one?
Oh yeah, team morale will always be good. These people have played together for a while, so we've got no problems with team morale.
Yeah.
Just we came down. We had to make a couple changes, so we had to pull out both Gilardis. But our Dylan came in, did a good job, and I got nothing wrong with Kevin coming in, and he threw the corner spare, the strike. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out for us.
Got the first one in 10, which is what you guys needed, and just unfortunate with the way that the ball moved on that second shot. But it's just a great close match altogether.
Super exciting, super fun for us to watch. That's for sure. It's always great when you can see a match come down to a tie at the end, and it just shows how fast things can change really quickly. So, great match, guys. Great bowling. Thanks for the entertainment. 4.5 to 3.5 for the Dynamite coming down to it. We're gonna have our next match. The Dynamite will be back joining us right away. The Avalanche will join us in the match after that. The Dynamite will be facing Maniacs. That'll be coming up after the commercial break. But great match, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Jimmy, we'll see you back here shortly. Cam, we'll see you in about an hour, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
All right, we're gonna run our commercials and we'll get into the next match.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, we are back. We have our next match coming up here right away. We had Kyle just swooping in.
I thought I timed it better than that. I guess not.
You timed it
I
pretty
heard
good.
I heard the Kingpins commercial. I'm like, I got 15 seconds. We're good. Nope.
Next up, we had the Minto Maniacs versus the Dakota Dynamite. We'll bring in our managers here.
Morning.
Hello, how you guys doing? Welcome back.
Morning.
Massive snowfall out there in Saskatchewan today.
Yeah, it's definitely
fair.
winter here.
Yeah, we got hit with it yesterday too, so I'm not surprised it's hitting you guys today. So,
Yeah,
did Whiskey get there in time?
he's here, and we all got shoveled out, and we're here.
Crazy things we do for bowling, eh?
Right?
So our next match is the Minto Maniacs versus Dakota Dynamite. Dakota just finished their match. The Maniacs are the ones that are going to tell us the lineup first. What's your lineup for this morning?
Our lineup today is Dallas, Zach, Krista, Sean, and Michael, and we've got Lonnie and Dawn to come in.
Beautiful. Jimmy, are you keeping the same lineup, or what are you doing with your lineup this match?
I'm going to go what we finished with Chad, Tyler, Jana, Aaron, and Scott, Randy and TD on the bench, and Rob's not seeing the light of day today. So.
It feels really good saying that, doesn't it?
It does.
All right. Well, good luck, guys. We'll get you guys going here right away. Have a great match. See if you can top the last one.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right. So our match number 2. Minto Maniacs versus the Dakota Dynamite. I'll do the Minto Maniacs here. We got Sean Dino, Zach Nelson, Lonnie Akers, Jack Mockley, Dallas Van Dale, Krista Mulhall, Don Mulhall, Michael Wist, manager Tracy Pitt at Minto Bowl in Minto, Saskatchewan. It's the day of the Van Dales, eh?
Yeah.
All right, and then we got Dakota Dynamite.
Okay, we've got for the Dakota Dynamite, again, we've got Tyler Van Dale, Chad Van Dale, Jana Van Wellingham, Randy Morissette, Scott Barber, Aaron Oblast, T.D. Holland, Rob Shannis, managers Jim Llewellyn Jr., and they are playing out of Dakota Lanes in Winnipeg.
Beautiful. All right, and it looks like they're all set and ready to go. Dallas is throwing his first ball there.
Yeah, I guess Dallas on the last match that I was commentating on wasn't available. So good to see him back.
he's a great player.
Yeah.
He is a great player. The one that surprised he's a guy that gets the ball out a long ways. And I remember playing him in 2019 Nationals in BC, and we started off in Abbotsford, and it was synthetic lanes, no lane guards, and he gets the ball out a mile. And then we went to Scottsdale, and
Shield,
Scottsdale's wood and shields, and like watching him like try to find a way to transition into getting the ball under that thing was crazy. And he did a great job. He played great in that tournament, but I don't think he had ever gotten the ball under that shield. And then he found a way to do it, and it was awesome.
It was kind of like in Thunder Bay with Shane Chafe trying to keep it under the shield.
Oh yeah, fair enough. All right, Scott and Kyle, I'll be back in 5 minutes. I got to do a little bit of work here. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Great shot for Krista. I mean, not to be greedy,
like
but if we can
match. Minto came to play, and there was the one that got away in 10. But they got a solid team. It's good to watch them play.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, not to be greedy, but if we can get a finish even 60% of what we saw the last game, we'll be fortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we could get a closer match than that. That was probably one of the squeakiest ones I've seen in the last season in a bit.
I can't imagine there's been a lot of 4.5, 3.5 splits in the history of this league.
No. Yeah, and especially like a total split, like a single game split, you could see that happening, but like total is kind of unusual.
That's pretty rare.
Clean to start for Chad.
Chad clears the rack, gets 15.
Wonder if Sean's just waiting for them to catch up a little bit. Nope. Good shot.
Easy as you like it.
On a lot of the Saskatchewan guys that'll be coming up to the Manitoba Open. We know that Sean and Zach probably will for sure.
That's nice to. It's been nice to see a really good traveling contingent the last couple of years coming.
Yeah,
I think I saw someplace that it's 7 or 8 different provinces are going to be represented with bowlers.
Yeah, it's always good to see like when you have some of the contingent from Quebec coming out, and the Southern Ontario guys, the Northern guys, Saskatchewan. Obviously, it's like Winnipeg are going to the Regina Classic. It's the closest tournament you can get to. Yeah. So having a good turnout from the Saskatchewan contingent, Alberta. If I can get out, I can up the numbers for the BC people, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Good squeaker by Jana there to keep it clean.
Yep.
But Minto coming out. Great start for them.
And a spare.
See how Aaron bounces back after the hard finish in 10 for him.
And that was reality was that was really the only foot he put down wrong the entire game. He played really well.
Yeah, he's
that looked pretty good.
Now, can Scotty get back on the train? Because that was a rough start for Scott. He had a couple good hits, but a lot of kind of thick ones. So he can kind of get the ball floating a little bit better this game.
I have a feeling Scott's going to come out really motivated.
Yeah. Yeah, especially after just, I wouldn't say it was a crumble, but he was just trying to do a little too much in that 10th frame, I think.
So given the way the last match finished, would you rather be in the Dynamite's position of being gained right back on the horse and going out, or would you rather be in the Avalanche position of having some time to think about it, get over it, and then get ready for the next one?
I think like the way that both of them played, I think getting right back into it, because everybody did have a really decent momentum game. Sitting, yeah, I don't like to sit. So
I agree with that too. But I think if there was an optimal way for these two to go, I think this is the way it is. You know, you squeak out a 4.5 point win. That's you're happy with that. You know, you lose 3.5. Like if you're gonna lose 3.5 is a great score to have to lose.
yeah,
But I mean it's the best loss you could have.
yeah,
But having that little bit of a heartbreak there, it's okay to have a little bit of break in there just to let that emotion disappear before you start the next game.
still just trading up top. Shot by Zach. Another one of those players that you could hear.
He's another guy I love watching play.
Yeah.
I just don't have that kind of
when he's on a
energy.
run.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Good shot by Ty. Another bomb by Krista.
Yeah, absolutely no doubt. She knew it halfway down the lanes. It's awesome.
Yo, yeah, the first one was just a carbon copy of that one. It was just right pocket, just blast.
Yeah. Krista's having a decent season too. I mean, the Saskatchewan just had their first Masters set. She's sitting second for the tournament women right now.
Awesome.
See if Gianna can get the spare here, because I could see this becoming a possible early substitution. Just the way the gym works. Not that she's off by much, right? Still a clean, right? The best Manitoba Open picture still Sean giving the thumbs up after he punched like the 80th head pin that day.
Oh man, there were some moments from that day from him that were just top tier funny.
That entire shift, everybody that played that shift was just a fun day to bowl. Like I don't think I've laughed that much in bowling a shift at a tournament ever.
I think the only time I laughed the time that I laughed the hardest, I got paired up with Garth Bauer one time, and like he made just one small sarcastic comment to me at the game one, and then I ripped him for 7 straight games at Regina.
Well,
we became friends.
That shift was I'm almost guaranteeing, or was that Nebs? I'm trying to think exactly when Carrie and I started that stupid real bowler thing. But I have a feeling it was at St. James that year, because we had the weird pairing where it was like me, Sean, Carrie, and I think Jim Norkus was on the pair.
Okay.
And like I remember I started with, I think it was like a 171 or something. It was terrible because I was just punching, and then just lighting it up for the last 7 and finishing first for that shift. But like Sean that day was just hilarious because he switched balls, he switched line, and it just didn't matter. Everything was just plowing head pins.
Yeah, I remember him throwing one, and like as he let it go, he gives like the A-OK symbol.
Yeah.
And goes, "That is perfect." And I'm like, "Oh my god." Oh,
immortalized in that photo.
Yeah. All right, so 3 marks each going into the third frame here.
Good shot for Dallas.
Couple of doubles up there for Minto.
Gives them a chance to perhaps build a bit of a lead early.
Yeah.
Just a little
Dynamite.
Couple punchy shots here.
Big shot here.
Just
turn it over.
Yeah.
Oof. All right, let's see if Ty can keep getting some marks here and stay nice and close to Zach.
Yeah, you got to suspect that Jimmy's looking to make a pull here soon.
Yeah.
Couple of slow starts up there. That's
Although
a
with
much
that in
better shot.
mind, does Jana, because she's the only woman in the lineup, and they would have to put TD in, and then TD has to finish the game. Does that maybe give her an extra degree of freedom here?
I would think so.
And that's what I mean. It's a historical thing too. Like, you know, Jana is one of those players that always seems to find her way out of trouble, right?
Unless you put TD in for Chad.
Right.
And then you got a little bit of time there. You can decide whether Randy goes in for Jana at some point or whatnot. But
Ty just looks like he's sticking a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of making a little bit of a jerky type of throw at the end there.
Yeah. Maniacs went 5 spare on both of their doubles.
It was good to see Krista laugh off the first one. She knew exactly what she did wrong. Much better shot from Jana.
Great shot.
See if Aaron can take advantage here.
Yeah. Well, then you look at the Maniac side, and all of a sudden there's potential here is for an early pull maybe on the bottom two.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Wist has played phenomenal already this year, so I'm sure he's got a bit of a leash going on here, especially since he showed up last minute. So
yeah, I would expect so. I mean, he's averaging 317 through their 4 matches so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll blame Cindy for jinxing him and not getting that 400 in the previous match. Way to go, Cindy.
400s feel like nothing now that there was a perfect game.
Yeah.
True.
Good half by Aaron.
Just looked a little fast there for Michael. Plus, I think, this is kind of my philosophy as a coach in the Open or the Youth Challenge format, that the anchor also does get to have a certain extra degree or two of freedom as well.
Agreed. You just want him in 10.
Good half. See if Scotty can get this half. He can throw in a little better this game, a little more consistent.
And 30s are good. It would give him a solid lead after 2.
Good shot.
He gets it.
Yeah, not a lot of trades here, but match is still within 30, so
30
nice and close.
Yeah, extra ball of count on
to take an advantage, right?
Yeah, it almost looks like whoever comes out and throws 2 or 3 frames in a row is gonna get control early of this match.
Much better shot from Chad, and Dallas just doing what he does.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing too, is you're not off by much and you don't want to change too much, but sometimes you just have to force it.
Yeah.
Ooh, roasted. Still a
better shot though.
Zach right back on it after the one miss. Just a little bit too much from Ty.
He's coming back to the end of the approach backwards, like doesn't want to make eye contact with anybody.
Yeah, it doesn't want to get the thumb back. But I haven't seen anybody warm up yet. Usually if Randy or somebody would be going in, he'd be throwing on 15. So
yeah,
maybe Jimmy's going to give everybody a little bit of leeway this game.
Oof. Given the pedigree of the team and the fact that they were losing finalists last year, overall they're playing pretty well. That's probably a fair thing to do.
Got roasted on that one. That's still a good shot from Jana.
Krista misses the chop spare, but gets all the wood. She's got a bit of a lead in the 3 spot.
Picked by Jana.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about, just keep on digging. You're not off by much, and you'll find the rhythm. Jana's one of the best people at doing that. So
absolutely,
yeah, I think Sean might get the full.
Just trust the shot and trust that it'll eventually start falling for you.
Great shot by Aaron.
That looked like how he was throwing it frames 1 to 9.
Yeah.
Last game. That's now 3 opens in a row for Sean. 2 headpins though, so it's not like he's missing a lot.
Yeah, he's not missing a lot. The 3 was the only one that kind of played a little bit too much outside. Scotty looks to at least have his rhythm back this game, so that's a good sign for the Dynamite.
That was much better.
Wisty might not have just had enough warm up getting there late. Yeah, great pick.
Good
now they're starting to build.
So that's 4 marks up there against a double and a strike for the Maniacs. So Maniacs are going to be up about 30, but down a little bit for count.
Yeah, nothing. Now it's just a matter of setting up before the break.
Yeah.
We all know how the Dynamite are after they come back from the break. So
yeah, last game their 6-7 first part of 8 were excellent.
Yeah. Just a little loose on that one.
Yeah. Just seems to be a little bit off. I mean, he had a good stretch in the first game, but yeah, Chad's just seems like he's missing a little bit more than usual.
Just a little more upright at the end of the shot, so it's not getting the same rotation on it. That's basically all that I'm seeing.
That was better.
Yeah, great half. Then Dallas leaving it open gives Chad a little bit of an advantage. Get some points back. See if Ty can get everything this time. I'm really shocked on the second shot in the 3rd frame. He threw a really good ball and kind of got roasted. And I see Randy might be getting ready.
I would think so. Because Zach's got a real chance to put some real pressure on that second spot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good shot.
He does. Great ball.
Yeah, Zach's one of those players that it's just the right amount of rotation. It looks like it slows down right before the end when it catches and just blows everything up.
Yeah.
See if Krista can get back on it.
Well, that looked a little outside, right out of her hand.
Yeah. Good warm up for Randy. Gets him. As long as he reaches, and he should be good. Well, maybe there is something on the lane because Randy's not the type of guy that sticks.
Not normally.
Unless he's wearing his those bendy shoes. Way to come in and get some points.
That's always nice when you can come in and throw a couple balls, hit what you're throwing for.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the match hasn't run away from him yet. Like you're only down 40, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, you're more than 60, but still.
Yeah, but it's got a chance it's going to close up now because the Dynamite now have all their counts coming up.
Yeah.
But that headpin certainly isn't going to help them.
No. Yeah, and having Aaron and Scott playing somewhat decent this game. Well, Aaron played good last game. He's just getting rhythm back this one. But having those two on the bottom part of your lineup are big.
Okay, we got Lonnie Akers coming in here for Sean.
Yeah, just shows the depth of like these teams. And you have a player like Lonnie can step in and come in off the bench is pretty amazing. Always a fierce competitor.
For sure.
See if Wisty can find his line. Yeah, just doesn't have his rhythm. Shot by Aaron.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously the guy has a longer leash than most, but there's going to be a point where it's like,
all right, the end of it.
Yep.
Well, when you start seeing the pattern of miss head pin.
Yeah, that usually means pushing for sure. I mean, the nice thing is that we're going into commercial break here right away. So that actually gives him an opportunity, right? You have 2.5 minutes to throw balls and try to find a rhythm off to the side, and then and see if you have something for frame 6. And then if you don't have something for frame 6, then, well, throw in somebody that might.
Yeah. Great half. So
great half.
Not off by much. It's only about what, 20?
Be 25 points.
Yeah.
Extra ball of count for the Dynamite. Going to be an exciting finish after the break.
Love it. All right, we'll run the commercials. We'll be back in a couple minutes here.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
Back to the action.
Let's go. Let's have a good second half here.
I do like the Kingpins having the spot and showing all the sponsors and that kind of stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is. I mean, here's our pro league, and one of the teams is advertising. I think that's really cool. Honestly,
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be them though. I expected it to be like average pros for sure.
Just like he
just a
did last
commercial
game.
with Henry yelling "Big 15" repeatedly.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like he did last game, Chad comes out of the break with a strike.
Good pick by Dallas.
Nice shot. And Dallas is averaging about 256 this year in Pro League.
Great shot by Randy.
Randy will like that one.
Like every time I see Dallas, the guy just plays great. He plays great, and it's not like it's not a style that you see all the time. Like you don't see a lot of the people that throw from the hip like be successful, but he is so consistent with it. Oh, what a push by Zach.
Yeah, that was some good rotation on that one.
And a big shot for the team too. They needed to take advantage of that double.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Dallas throwing some of the hammers that he does and just wearing the hat make it even better.
Yeah, the hat, absolutely.
We don't call him AC/DC for nothing.
Ooh. Just a bit outside on the corner attempt for Jana.
Nothing really lost in that frame.
Yeah, kind of a wash overall.
Yeah, just still there. Just have to take advantage of it. Aaron really kind of got back into his rhythm, so see if Lonnie can hop in here and try to make up some ground.
If anybody can, it would be him.
Absolutely.
Just such a solid player and for so long.
A great shot.
The 2024 TPC at Sherwood Bag Thief. Should get him a shirt. Or just get a shirt of a picture of him walking out with the bag.
Just like the video of the guy stealing the garbage can.
Yeah, exactly. Or the TPC trophy, or the
hand sanitizer.
Like
The hand sanitizer one was pretty good.
We've had a good run. We've had a good run of just the dumbest things getting stolen.
But the bathrooms didn't. Nothing was ripped off of the wall or anything like that.
No, everyone was behaved in that manner. Good shot by Scotty. There's some good roll on that. Nice to see a good shot by Scott and a good shot by Wisty.
Yeah, it was nice to see Michael throw one. That was the first really good shot he's throwing.
Yeah. And you could just tell the timing was there. The release was good. He had tons of rotation.
Yeah. Yeah, when he's on his game, it's really fun to watch him play.
Oh, is it ever?
Boom.
Yeah, just
great shot by Chad.
We're gonna have a good match up top here, I think.
Yeah.
Both teams came out pretty strong out of the break, so game might have started a little bit slower than the first one, but looks like we're going to be in for a good finish here.
Could be a little bit of the adrenaline that they had going in that close match to start, right?
Yeah.
Just a kind of a lazy ball there from Zach, which isn't his norm.
It looks like he kind of gets caught in between. Now that's a great shot by Randy.
Yeah,
like he throws back up. Yeah, he throws back up and then it looks like he just comes up a little bit and then turns it over. And the one he missed left, he turned over, which is that's so much backup. But his miss turned over and like the punch was turned over too.
I know sometimes it's dependent on where your backswing is too, right? Because you might feel like you have to turn at the end a little bit more than usual.
Yeah, or you open your shoulders part way because you're excited, and then you gotta close them, and part of it is.
Yeah. A TD coming in for Jana.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit too much upright, and Jana wasn't getting the same throw out there, her usual late breaker into the pocket. It just was flat.
Oh,
Ooh,
good
that's a
squeeze.
pretty good squeeze.
I think she'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
Especially after having had the head pin the frame before.
Great job by TD coming in and cleaning up. That's still a close match as well, right?
Yep.
Especially after cherrying the 3-pin there. There's going to be 18, 20 points in it.
See what Aaron does here. Great shot.
That was an awesome ball. That looked good right out of his hand.
Yeah, I think he knew that one as well. He was pointing that one off pretty early.
Little right.
Little bit of a pop up there.
Yeah.
The thing that about Lonnie that always surprises me is I always forget how hard that guy throws it until you see it in person. It's just so smooth and effortless that like it doesn't seem like it, and then you watch him throw, and it has got nothing but speed and torque.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I mean. The fact that he's still getting that backup rotation on that shot to push things out.
Exactly.
He's one of the few people that you see can play thick, and he's still rocketing pins out of that pocket, right?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah, like when he hits it, the pins don't fall over; they disappear.
Yeah, big time.
Good frame by the Dynamite, getting a couple doubles working there.
Yeah, that's 3 doubles and a strike, so that's 11 balls of count that they're going to have working for them, and their opponents are only going to have 3. This has the potential to really turn very quickly.
Yeah, so and that's the thing for Minto is do you start looking at that last one with Scott finding his rhythm now and making a sub in that spot. All the other matches are relatively close, so that's the only one you can try to make some pins back, but it's getting late. Feel the suspense building. Oh, roasted.
It was a very loose shot by Chad.
Yeah.
Just again came out of it.
Just a little bit too much of a dip. Great half by Dallas.
It's crazy how like a shot like that, if the other team is paying attention, how much of a momentum swing that could really give a team.
Yeah.
You know? It's like that moment where they can just breathe and be like, all right, you know what? Let's go. This is our opportunity. So
yeah, same thing.
Yeah, it just popped up a little.
Yeah.
Pop up. A little bit of a flat release because of it. This is a huge shot for Randy.
It's the classic wanting to see results before you execute.
Yeah. Good side.
There.
Oof. Oh, better than expected. I bet you he thought that was a head pin.
Yeah.
It's a huge spare for him.
Yeah, chance to really close the gap. And definitely now you got the Dynamite in the lead for total. Fortunately, got to the break, didn't take advantage of it.
Yeah. Yeah, this frame's been a pretty good swing so far for Minto. that had some sauce.
That's outside.
Yeah, just I don't know. Just this is kind of the weird point where, if you're waiting for your coach to tell you something. Great shot by
Good recovery.
Going ball side. That's
a
risky move. I stopped keeping track of our snort spare percentage today because it was not looking good after the first game. We were only at like 20%. So
last week, to start, they were just flying. All the teams were they were like 75% on 3-pin spares for the first 2 games. It was pretty impressive, and it wasn't like they threw 1 or 2.
Yeah, nice. That was a pretty thick one, but pretty sure that he liked it. Oof.
So again, it's another frame with only 2 marks for the Maniacs. It's only going to be 2 for the Dynamite now too, but one of them's a double.
Yeah, just got to get the first nickel here, get that extra count for bottom. Why don't you guys listen to what I'm saying? Jeez.
So it's 42 is the difference now. Could be up as much as 47.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this frame, and obviously, Maniacs are going to be a little bit disappointed in this frame because, 3 opens is not what you're looking at. But, if you look at the other side, you're down a little bit, but it could have been so much worse.
Oh, yeah, and that's what I mean. It's still a manageable number that you can make back. And the way that both of these teams have played, in the past, they're always pretty good at finishing games. So to see this, it's kind of an oddity at this point.
Yeah.
It really looks like whoever finishes the best is going to take the 3 at the bottom.
Great shot by Chad.
Good shot.
Yeah.
It's just a little unlucky from Dallas. It just looked like it was staying up and just broke late.
Suddenly makes that leadoff point a lot more interesting.
Big shot for Randy. Chop. Jeez. It's not like he's been playing bad since he came in. He's still all over the middle. Just a couple unlucky breaks. Because that match would still be pretty close.
Yeah. Misses another spare.
And this is the lane that Randy had his perfect game on a couple of weeks ago, too.
Yeah, it was the second of this calendar year.
Was that the one that there was the 2 in the same night?
Yeah, Ozzy Vandell had his on 13 and 14, and Randy had his on 17 and 18. Same game.
Yeah, imagine that throwing 450 and you have to split the high game pot.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know Zach isn't feeling happy with some of the result he's getting, but you got your point already.
Yeah.
He's going to be a winner now.
And the thing is his second shots are so good, so you can tell he just wants the first one way too much. Yeah. You got to just dial it back with the body a little bit and just relax and just go back to the same mental process as you had before.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's the mind, right? The mind's the worst tool in this sport. So as soon as you start overthinking, you're in trouble.
That's right. That shot's so good.
Bad footwork always works.
I don't know if he was just trying to move the ball with the force there or what's going on.
Full on Boeing 737 over there.
Just spinning the turbine.
But it's a results game, and the result was pretty good.
Watched the little Karate Kid before, and he was waxing on. I don't know.
You know, that's the thing is everyone tries to play this game so perfect that you don't have to be. You only need to be 70% perfect. Really.
A couple brain farts from Scotty. But
we getting
same thing as Zach's game, right? You got your point already.
Yeah.
Oof. It's just a rough game. Don't see that from Mike too much.
No, and it's so tough when everything is out of rhythm, right? You show up late, you don't have your regular routine. Like a lot of us like to show up, half an hour before, get lots of reps in, get comfortable in the situation, and like you have to show up last minute because you got dumped on with snow. It just changes everything really quick.
Yeah. Well, just knowing that you're running a little bit late because of the snowstorm too, you're having that panic if you're going to show up on time. So you're thinking about the wrong thing going into it.
So Maniacs down 73 or 74, sorry. Not insurmountable, but they're going to have some things go their way, and they're going to have to play really well in this 10th frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Dallas is watching, at least he probably saw what he needs. Need to hit on the side of the pin, right?
Yeah.
Oof. Still a win. Yeah, asking them.
Yeah.
But
Like,
that's what I mean. You got that double counting, so you're hoping for some extra. Like I know
you are, and
I
you're
know.
really hoping for the double up top. You can gain 35, 40 pins back.
Yeah.
Great shot for Randy.
Yeah, really good. But that second match is also going to go the other way.
Yeah, just a matter of Randy making up whatever he can for the bottom.
Okay, he missed, but that was a far better shot.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Is that the veteran play where you purposely try to get a little bit extra outside?
Well, he did that with the 3 pin, so I don't think so.
a little bit too much.
There you go. That's a good half. And at that point, that's a crucial half. They need every mark that they can get at the moment.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Yeah, this could have been a little bit more interesting if Randy would have made those spares.
Yeah. Good shot by Zach there. Good finish.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, shooting 273 in Pro League is a good game.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not exactly what he wanted with the start he had, but that's still a good game.
Yeah.
It's the way she goes.
That's right.
Little Trailer Park Boy special right there.
That's a really good shot.
Yeah, it's
an awesome shot. Gonna
It's
finish the game the way she started it.
Yeah. On being on the double, making up those pins, right? Like that's huge.
Yeah. And that should almost give her the win too for her match.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 144 for 5 for Randy. It's pretty good coming off the bench.
Yep.
Ooh. Just a little outside.
So 243 at the moment. She just needs a pin. Okay, no, that matches hers.
Yeah.
Missed left. But helped make up some points for the team.
Mhm.
But yeah, down 40, and they got a double below. It's going to be tough sledding.
Yeah. And in the fourth match, it's just, Aaron found his line a lot quicker, and just, it's not like Lonnie's played bad since he's come in. Like, Lonnie's still hitting, right? But when you're starting to string stuff together and you're seeing the game get away from you, great shot.
That's really important shot.
Yeah, if they wanted to have any hope, he had to have that one.
Yeah. The next two would be nice, and then they need something to happen on the other side. But that match is still, no matter what, going to go to the Dynamite. So
Yeah, and knowing Aaron, I know that he's thinking about right and the wrong from last game on the finish.
Yeah, and you know what? He's played phenomenal this whole game. It's a great shot by Lottie. He's given his team life. Yeah. And the nice thing is he got up there first, so like at least if the Dynamite are looking, and I imagine at this point they probably are, they've seen it, so now they know they need something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there it is. That's a great shot.
Yeah, that sound is a door slamming shot.
Yeah.
Another great game from Aaron as well.
Just keeps mowing them down. That's going to be another 300 plus.
He wants to get up there with Jesse.
So he's going to have well over 1,000 for his first 3 games in Pro League this year.
Good for them. I love it.
I was trying to see if he was using the Electras or not.
Yeah, no shame for Lonnie. 139 for his 5 frames. He played great off the bench, too.
Yep. Tough day for Wisty.
Yeah.
He's a guy I hate seeing that happen to. Mm-hmm. Like he might be one of the nicest guys. Well, he is one of the nicest guys on tour, right? Like, so you hate seeing those guys struggle, but they're gonna happen. He's played great all season so far. So great game for Aaron there.
Yeah,
320.
It's kind of sobering when you realize that's his low game of the season in Pro League.
Yeah.
He's making his point after being on the podcast. It's not just a good speaker; he's also a good bowler.
So this is going to end up being 5-3 finish. Yeah, he was phenomenal on podcast.
Well, it was funny when he was talking about being nervous on the podcast. I'm like, Aaron, you were on a syndicated TV show.
Yeah.
Should be used to that.
I know, and he said he loves media. He loves being on those things, and he was phenomenal. It was great. We got to have him on more often. He made our job a lot easier, that's for sure.
Yeah. Good.
All right.
Slightly better bounce back game for Scotty, but.
So 1199 to 1147. Not the same sort of excitement as the last game, but a good game. Final score being 5-3 for the Dynamite. So ultimately, they got to be happy with their day, 4.5 and 5.
Anytime you're over 50%, you're doing good.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Tracy, you're muted there.
Sorry.
That's all right. How you doing?
I'm not good at this part.
Good. Is Aaron joining us? Is that why you're... Aaron,
you're
joining us. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Good. Another great game for you. You played great. Another good win for you guys, 5-3. 4.5 win first game, 5 the second one. They're wins, right? They're good wins. Good hard fought wins. How's the team feeling after that?
I think the team feels good. I mean, it was everyone's effort. We used both our subs, tight matches the whole way, opportunity to throw shots under pressure. kind of really what we all signed up for and kind of what we all expected. So we feel good.
Good. Yeah. Big shots down the line there too. Aaron, like I don't know if you were watching Lonnie at all, but Lonnie throws a double, and then now all of a sudden the game isn't out of reach. It's still definitely an advantage for you guys, but the game isn't out of reach anymore. Did you know what he had before going up there?
I did, yeah, I did. I waited and watched. I'm not normally a score watcher, but I'll take a look in 10.
Yeah.
But for me, like I just had a really good swing thought and I didn't stray from it for that first ball in 10. People telling me a little bit about what was going on score wise the next one. It's self-criticism. Maybe I wasn't as good in 10 today as I could have been, but I did. I looked like
that was the only comment that I made. I'm like, I guarantee this game he's probably thinking about the way that he finished last game, but that's just me knowing him and we wanted to make the difference.
You know what? I think all of us go shot by shot on the Dynamite, and I think it's really something that helps us be competitive and successful. You kind of can't live in the future or the past in this type of format. And so, shot by shot. And after the first one, like I said, it was kind of like we knew where we were at, and it just changes things a little bit. But no, I was ball for ball, just really focused on a swing thought.
Yeah, but once you threw that first one in 10, that was pretty much it at that point. So that was a huge shot. And I wasn't sure if you had watched, because like I said, if Lonnie throws a double and in a regular format and in a regular open format where you're side by side, then all of a sudden that does put a little bit of pressure onto you guys, right? So it's good that you knew, and it's good that you were able to throw the shot in that. So great job. Tracy, like that, it was a good match all the way through. It just looked like a couple people just never really got going. I know a little bit out of regular routine. Like I said, it's hard watching Wisty struggle a little bit because like A, he's like the nicest guy there is, and B, here's the guy who had to show up last minute because you guys got dumped on for snow, and it just kind of puts everything out of sorts. So
and like and Sean too, like Sean just got a little bit funky.
Everybody just had their moments of like 2 or 3 kind of lull frames, which was
and like the way that you guys started too was good. Because you had Zach come out. Zach was throwing great. Like Krista threw some bombs to start, and then it just seemed to slowly get away at the end.
Did we lose her?
Oh, the snowstorm got her.
We lost her. I mean, like Zach played so good off the start, double, 5 spare, turkeys, sitting good after 6, and it just looks like he just tried a little bit too hard of those last ones where, you just got to keep that same feeling, kind of float along. But I mean, it was a good match. 3 wins is 3 wins. Like again, if you're gonna lose matches, losing 3 to 5 is kind of the optimal. It's way better than losing 7-1. So. Good for them for like scrounging out those matches. But Aaron, great win today. Great shooting again. That's 2 wins for you guys today. So that's a great day.
Thank you. That's always the goal and tough competition. So had a lot of fun.
Good. Well, congratulations, buddy. We'll run our commercials and then we'll start our next match here shortly.
Have a good day, guys.
Have a good one.
Guys.
See you.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, we're back for our final match of the day. We have the Lumberjacks versus the Avalanche. I got to watch the Lumberjacks last week. Avalanche played the first game today. Should be a good match. The Lumberjacks are 16-16 to start. The Avalanche, just again, their first day, they lost 3.5 to 4.5 the first game. What a way to start the season.
Oh, yeah. Just
might as well make it.
Really complain about anything, but literally it was the last ball in 10, right?
Yeah. Oh, exactly. All right. Well, bring in our managers. We've got Sylvain and we got Cam Boone. Welcome aboard, guys. That is not Cam. And that's Robbie, and he's still muted too.
Come on, Rob.
Hey, how you doing, Ty?
Doing good, guys.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Are you guys excited for your? It's only one match today, but are you guys excited for it?
Yeah, we're looking forward. A little bounce back from last week, so hopefully today, the team's pumped, but we don't have bench, so the 5 players that are here that's it.
Okay. All right. So no bench at all.
Yeah, it's open in Ottawa, so Matt can make it, and I'm not sure about the other. But, we're good.
Okay. Well, sometimes that's okay. It kind of just takes some of that pressure.
Outside, there's no bed to sleep on if you
takes away that pressure on the phone and stuff like that. So, maybe the guys will come out freewheeling.
no bed to sleep on if you throw 300.
I don't know. Who's
talking trash.
All that I got was apparently no bet to sleep on if you throw 300 against Dwayne.
4 down. I'll be all right.
I think they're allowed to throw some good games. They had some massive games thrown at them last week. So I think they're allowed their turn this week. Robbie, what did you guys do during your break there?
During the break, people went to get food upstairs at the mall, and the lower the ball was pretty much it.
Just kind of like relaxed a little bit, loosened up, and then just came back and refocused?
Yeah, I mean, some reflecting on what happened, and then watching the Dynamite not pull quite as good of a game, but still pull it out. That was also exciting.
Yeah, it's funny how match play works sometimes, eh?
100%.
You can have a dog of a match, and you can have a match that's like a shootout, and it's just match play is really funny. And like I was just saying before this started, that's a crazy way to start your season.
Yeah.
First game of the year, you tied team total, so that's one way to get right into it. That's for sure.
Well, especially the way it was done.
Yeah. Yep. But you guys worked hard to get there too, so you got to be happy with that.
We are.
Sly, you guys are the first ones today with lineup. So do you want to go through your lineup for today?
Yes. Fred Martin, Max Beauchamp, Matt Leonard, Chantal, and myself.
Beautiful. No bench, you said. Robbie, you want to go through yours?
Sure. We have Colton, Dylan, Brooke, Mark, Dwayne, with Kevin and Alyssa on the bench.
Awesome. Well, good luck, guys. Let's have a good last match of the day. Throw lots of bombs.
Well, guys. Good luck.
All right, we are into match number 3, the Lumberjacks versus the Avalanche. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming the Lumberjacks are just hoping nobody throws a perfect game at them.
Yeah.
Those are really, really hard to defend. We'll go through the lineups. Tim, I think you have the best chance of getting these right, so I'm going to let you go through the Lumberjacks.
Okay, I was kind of worried of that. So we've got, for the Quebec Lumberjacks, we've got Sylvain Bercier, Max Lafreniere, Matt Leonard, Fred Martin, Isabelle Saunier, Chantal Cyr, Matt Wallace, Maxime Beauchamp, managers Max Lafreniere, and they bowl at the Salle de Quai Denis.
Yeah, and it looks like, are they in Paris again, or are they? No, they're not. Okay, so they are there this time. Last week they played in Paris. On the other side, we've got the Avalanche. Kyle?
Yeah, so the Avalanche rosters, Dwayne Gilardi, Colton Uswa, Dylan Stevenson, Kevin Boyko, Alyssa Gilardi, Brooke Goulet, Mark Steves, and Dean Bartel, with Cam and Robbie splitting the manager role, bowling out of Polo Park this year.
Perfect. And I know I keep saying Max Lafreniere as the manager, but it looks like Sly's taking control of that. At least the last 2 weeks. Like I was with him with them last week, and he was manager then, and Max isn't here this week too. And I know he's struggling with
just doing the tech stuff, maybe.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Perfect. So a head pin to start for Fred. Now, just for the viewers' knowledge and you guys, their scoring system does do something kind of funky.
With the guesstimates.
Yeah, it guesstimates.
Yeah.
So, like as you could see for Max there, well, I gave him a strike initially, but it counts as 30 off to the side. Yeah. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that. But score corrections all over the place at the moment.
Yeah, like when it's just guessing if you get a corner spare that you're going to get 25 on your next ball. It was doing all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I remember from coaching and bowling various times we've been in Gatineau for nationals. It can be deceiving.
Yeah, you got to try to either just add the totals and add in the points, or you just subtract the marks or subtract the guesstimation, and it's kind of like
38 count.
yeah, exactly. It's interesting because like that's not something that we are used to at all. When you go to like Masters Nationals and you have the teaching division, it's kind of like that, where you're always doing an abundance of math in your head, whether you're up or you're down, or is this person over their average or not, and where the team is sitting, and it's kind of the same thing. We're just not used to it in the scratch side.
Yeah, and like it's funny too because I'm pretty sure Quebec's the only one with a couple of these scoring machines.
I don't think I've seen it anywhere else, to be honest.
Is it?
They have the other one with like the crazy like stickman like graphics and stuff. That one's tight.
All right. Did she get 4 on her last ball?
Low start here for.
Don't think so. But it's just a 15. I know she had a clean, so.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
it didn't count right on the second ball.
No.
And it just caught up. That's a great shot by Sly.
Yeah.
Like top 2 smoothest bowlers in the game. Who's smoother? Like
who's smoother?
Like
Tyler's pretty smooth.
Tyler's up there. Yeah, absolutely.
One person I might put up there who doesn't get a lot of recognition might be Brandon Mansell.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely.
Like when I was watching him in the WCBT finals, I had commented, I said, if there was one bowler I could spend 2 hours watching bowl, it might be Brandon.
We know that nobody's going to pick me and Dex for being very smooth on the lane. I think Dex probably beats me out for being smooth. He just kind of walks a little bit to the side.
Yeah, I mean, I start right. I gotta walk. That's the way it goes.
Good half by Mark. Yeah, Sly's game is just it's always fun to watch him play. He's just the release, like everything about that shot.
And just a hard-working guy too, right?
Yeah.
He puts in so much effort into his game, and that's why he's successful. It's no different.
And then we could say the same thing that we were saying about Wisty. Like Sly is one of the nicest guys that you'll ever meet.
He absolutely is. I remember watching him a couple years ago at Nebs. He was facing Kels, and like he forgot which foot to start with. And he spent 6 frames and he couldn't stop laughing because like he'd take 2 steps, like that wasn't right. Like, no, that wasn't right. That wasn't right. And he couldn't stop laughing because but like some people would have like a meltdown or anything like that. Nope, not him.
It'll be a fun match to watch him and Dwayne go against each other.
Yeah, and Dwayne's another guy who's a super hardworking player.
Oh yeah, Dwayne's put in a ton of work in the last, I would say, like 10 years and you see the way that the success that he's having. It's because of the hard work that he's put in.
Yeah. Okay, so there's going to be a slight delay here, it looks like. They had the Lumberjacks set up to cross lanes, so they need to reboot it.
A little bit of a rushed frame from Colty, but...
No need. He's got all the time in the world.
Not with headpin to start.
Yeah. He's got a moment to regroup here and set himself up.
Yeah. Dylan's feeling it. He's not going to wait.
And honestly, I wouldn't either.
No.
I get antsy.
Yeah.
I can't. It's why I like playing one. It feels different when you're waiting and then like, okay, if the rotation flips over and you can go, right? Like, but for me to wait to like number 4 or something like that, it's just like, I just want to go. I just want to go. But it doesn't feel like that when you're first. You throw your ball, you're just like, I'm done. You know?
Yeah, that's the weird one is like, I guess with the match for the Eclipse was playing anchor instead of playing 3rd or 4th. I like playing 3rd. That's always my favorite spot.
Yeah, just right in the middle.
I always like that spot because it's kind of like it's a good position to be in because you could be the one that changed the tide if your team's starting off a little bit slow, right?
Yep.
I do miss bowling with Brandon and Trevor and having that 3-player set because those are 2 great guys to play with anyway. But
totally,
especially Brandon. Brandon and I, like we've become pretty close friends on the lanes over the years, and winning stuff together makes it even better.
Totally.
Brooke just seems to have a little bit of timing issue to start.
All right, we're almost there on the Quebec side.
There we go.
Perfect. Okay. It looks like we're ready to go.
Fred must feel good already knowing that he's not going to have a perfect game thrown against him.
Does Chantel say 12? That should be 13. But
there it is.
Okay. All right.
I think it's 13. I think it's just, it looks like a pixel.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is 13. Okay. All right. We're good. I'm like, it says 10-3, like, or 8-3-2. That says 13 to me. Why does it look like 12?
Great shot by Mark. I was kind of shocked that they didn't put Dean in, even on the bench this game.
Is Dean? Maybe Dean's not available. Maybe Dean's not there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I hadn't heard one way or the other.
And that guy's phenomenal.
Yeah,
He's so good.
Yeah, he's back. He's back this year playing pretty well. I mean, he lost a good chunk of last season with a back injury.
Yeah.
That's always tough.
All playing with injuries is just, it's tough altogether, right? Like,
but we're so stubborn that we all just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the times where there is absolutely no reason why you should be playing at all.
And it, especially when it's like league, right? Like, yeah. It's not like you're making you're bowling a tournament and making money and getting points. Like, it's league. You're literally just paying money to shoot 3 games or 4 games with people. Like just
really
the end of the world if you don't play.
Stupid people sometimes, it's just funny. There was one year I started playing slow pitch again, and it was the first game, and I remember leaving work and Mom being like, "Don't hurt yourself," and I was like, "I won't." And then I'm playing outfield, and absolutely destroyed my ankle. This was Tuesday. Absolutely destroyed my ankle. I was in a boot. I was on crutches, and I went and played the Friday morning shift in Heritage.
Yeah.
I did half my frames off the left foot in a boot, and it was like as long as it could handle it. And then I'd switch and I'd do bocce for my last 5 frames. I played 40 frames left, 40 frames right, and I shot like 1850. But there was no way I was going to make that cut. Why am I playing? But I did.
Yeah.
Just stupid. And then it took me until after COVID for my ankle to heal because I was dumb.
Yeah.
But, that's the athlete mindset, though.
Yeah. Truly, in my head, I was like, no, I'm going to go make this cut. Like I'm going to do it. I'm going to prove people wrong. It was just like a challenge. It was a stupid challenge.
Great shot.
Great shot. Yeah, that's an
great
absolute
shot.
huge.
Good
Just
frame.
so much rotation.
Yeah.
That's a guy, when he's on, he can hit absolutely anywhere.
Mm. It's always good to see those players that have just that ton of rotation at the end of the shot, just blowing up pins.
Absolutely.
Nice shot by Fred. Especially after the first 2 frames, that's a really good ball by Fred.
Oof.
Totally. I like the second one. You can kind of give him a bit of a getaway when, you have that break and you're all set up and you go put your ball back down. You have to wait a little bit and come back. It's just, yeah. But yeah, you're right, Kyle. It's nice to see the high rotation, hit the middle, just everything explodes. There's really 2 ways of looking at the game, right? You either want to be as precise as possible, or give yourself the biggest room for error possible.
And that's what I mean, especially if you're looking at, and you'll see it at these cash tournaments and the way that different players play. Like, you have the ones that play the larger angles, have a very steady kind of release with rotation. And then you have the ones that play up the pipe, and it's depending on how they're finishing their shot, they could play either a hook or a backup to push out everything. And most of the time, those are the harder throwers, right?
And so that's something a lot of people, I don't think they realize, is that Tyler for one, I asked him once, he doesn't know. He's perfectly square up the middle, and when he lets that ball go, right before, he's either going to throw a hook or going to throw a backup.
Yeah,
he doesn't know until he releases that ball.
No, I know people don't notice that with my shot a lot. Like, a lot of people say, "Oh, yeah, you play backup." I'm like, the majority of the time, I'm actually throwing a hook, right?
Fair.
Like, it's a baby one. It's not, but I play up the gut, so it's dependent on where my arm's finishing on what my wrist is going to do. So
totally. I think Matt will take that break. That was really, really high left. So
yeah,
he'll take that push. I think Brooke will too.
Brooke will too. That one was hanging the left side pretty hard.
And that one's gonna feel good. You punch twice, Now you got one to push a little. You're getting there. You're almost there.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if, like, I know Colton's all over the middle right now, but depending on what Fred might be doing with the next shot, right? That might be a time to look at a sub.
Especially you got somebody like Boyko or Alyssa sitting on the bench.
Oh, yeah.
Both very capable of throwing a ton of strikes.
Yeah. Well, Chantel's another one of those players. Like, she plays a little bit more that right hand angle, but when she finds her line, she can explode those pins as well.
She is easily one of my favorite people to watch play.
Yeah.
Just so much like adrenaline, so much like aggression.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, I hadn't had a chance to watch her play a lot, but then watching her in 2019 Masters in Gatineau, where she won, was phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Just that intensity is so fun. And it's almost more fun when it's coming from a woman. You know, like, because like it's less common. So like when they come back super fired up, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Like,
yeah. Well, they had a lot of energy because that was the year that Sly was single as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome to watch her play. Like, she was just on all week.
It's a great half by Dwayne there. That shot by Sly, another one that just explodes.
Mm.
Yeah, like that's 3 frames and 3 absolute no doubters.
Yeah. And he's got both sides of the head pin working. First 2 right side, that one was like flush left pocket and it just exploded. So that's a good feeling.
If you're his opponent and he's getting strikes on both sides, that's pretty ominous.
Yep. Another great shot by Max. Good bounce back.
You got to figure that might shorten Colton's leash a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, he's probably got a ball. There you go. Sometimes you just got to have your back against the wall.
Max got roasted on that one. That was a good shot.
It'll be interesting to see how the Avalanche go here, because they've now finally got a little bit of momentum going. That's 5 marks in a row.
Great pick.
Yep.
Good pick for Max.
Oh, crunchy one.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously you always want the strikes, but you got to be happy with that result. It was high. It had tons of rotation. It's a good count.
Anytime you got a count and you're adding extra, doesn't matter, right?
Exactly.
Unless you throw 3 pin or something, or a deuce. End up on frames of shame.
That's right. Oh, all right. And on the opposite side, Matt throws one flush left pocket and it blows straight through.
Well, based on that description, Kyle, my entire season could be on frames of shame.
You're still coming off an injury. You're all right.
Well, let's put a hoop cam on you all the entire time.
I'd rather you didn't.
I think we get it. We get the updates in the group chat anyway, Tim. We're all right.
So really, a good start for Matt there. It's just hard working. You know, strike, spare, spare.
Bounce back frame as well. Like,
Ooh, could have gone.
I think we'll take that too.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see Colton and Brooke have both thrown strikes. A couple good frames for Brooke now after headpin starts.
Yeah, you knew it was coming. She was slowly getting a little bit more and more to the side. So
shot by Mark.
Yeah, that's a huge shot.
There's a man who's not been overawed by the occasion at all today.
I guarantee that you had Colton yelling out, "Steve's."
I love the creativity of it, you know?
It's the Winnipeg thing. We just call everybody by their last name.
Except you. You have a completely different last name now. Everyone calls you Wong.
Wong, yeah.
Even Aaron did on podcast.
Yeah. Dwayne still calls me younger, so there's still
go.
some people.
All right, so an opening there for Dwayne at the bottom. Sly starts with the turkey and then gets the split.
Oof.
Dwayne gives it right back.
Yeah, he'll want that one back.
Just a little bit quick. Good shot by Sly. Get the count.
If that's the spot you want to put it if you want to try to spare it.
Yeah. So how do you usually do it, Dex, if you're trying to spare it? If you're going that side, are you trying to hook or are you trying to back up?
Oh, if it's that side, back up. For sure. Because you're gonna have the rotation. It's when it grabs the rubber, it's gonna launch it with the backup sideways. But it depends on where you're at. Some places, like if you're playing 17-18 in Paradise, I'm trying to hit it exactly where Slide it, nice and thick, like almost on the beak for the 3-pin, and then launch it straight left and hope it comes down on the 2-pin. But in all the other places, like if it's left side, you try to play and right side, you just try to hit it as thin as possible and just try to spin it across. But if that was Paradise, that would have gone.
It's like anytime I get a head pin, I just should probably concentrate on actually cleaning it up. But stupid mind, like you could get that pin to fly over.
Yep. Yeah. But I think it's just knowing the situation, right? It's like, okay, you know what, this one's got a possibility. Let's try to make sure we hit it, but this one's got a possibility. And if you're in a situation where it doesn't, then like just make sure you get the wood. And if it's a situation where you just need the wood to win, then don't even think about that. Just be sure of that. Just strategy changes a little bit.
That was the way that I explained it to Natalie this year. Was I was going to try not to spare head pins every single time I get one.
Yeah, yeah.
So at least I know I'm cleaning them properly for once.
Totally. A good shot by Dylan there, and chopped it out a little bit high, but like that was a pretty good shot. And then just a bomb by Max over there.
Dylan's playing well again, right? Like
he is.
Just consistent.
Get it to the side, pick up your spares, throw the strikes when you can. Ooh, there you go.
Nice light one, but it works.
Oh no!
Oh my!
Oh my! That deserved a better fate.
He's holding that together pretty good.
I think Matt's like, what do I have to do to get a strike here?
I think he's asking how to spare it. Yeah, that's 100% what he is. They're going for it. Let's see it. Yeah, nice to see that bounce back after the first 2 frames there. They're having a coaches meeting. Nothing. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah, that would have been the most amazing aces spared ever if it would have made it.
It would have been.
Oh, I thought Steve got an ace on that shot too.
I thought so too.
That's insane. Did that happen on one of the streams this year?
Yeah, there was one where they got aces at exactly the same time.
That's crazy. Great pick.
Good half there. You know what? The Avalanche have just come out and played solid. Like there's no mistakes. They're picking their spares when they need to spare. They're throwing strikes. The only real mistake was like Dwayne missing the chop spare. But other than that, you got head pins. They've cleaned up the one or the couple of 5s. So good shot by Chantel there. They've just been really solid.
Well, and that's what I mean. It's the Lumberjacks are still playing well. They're keeping up as best they can. It's just seems like the Avalanche finally got some marks to go together, right?
Yeah, it's a really good fifth frame for them going into the commercial.
Couple doubles.
And the doubles are in the right spots. They're from the people who had a tough go of it out of the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
That's
half
a good spare for Chantel.
So 570 for the Avalanche with 2 doubles, a strike, and 2 spares. There's lots to count on going into the sixth frame there.
Ooh, head pin. That's going to
The
take
beat
things up
one.
even more. This looks like another finely balanced match heading into the back half.
Yeah.
It's looking like the Cargill division today. Just everybody's trading points. Nobody's running away with anything.
But I mean, how great is that? Like the best thing that could happen for leagues is parity, really, in any sporting organization. So it's nice to see.
Great
So
team
he's
by
going to have
Sly.
141. So let's just do some quick math here. No, that ain't right. So it's 613, and their average, they're about 590,
588, I think.
Yeah, 588. You're right. With pinfall there, and Mark's counted in to 570, so 18 pin advantage, but definitely a Mark advantage on the other side there as we go into commercial break.
Yep.
We'll see you guys in 2 minutes and 44 seconds.
See.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, we're back for the final stretch of our podcast, or not podcast, our broadcast here today. Tight match going into the second half of the Lumberjacks versus Avalanche.
The Avs set up before the break pretty good for some extra points here, so we'll see how they come out.
Yeah, it's frame 6, but this feels like a critical moment in the match.
It does.
Oh,
wow. That should have been.
There's been some really interesting reactions on that side.
Yeah.
All I know is like Sly is playing the right way. Like you got to throw it thick. I know he punched twice, but I think thick is the play here because thin looks like it's dangerous.
Yeah. Thin's a risky way to go.
Oh.
Great shot by Colton. That was a crusher.
Yeah, that had some stuff on
Great
it.
shot.
He just pushed everything straight back. And that's a really big shot for the Avalanche.
Yeah, going into the frame, the Avalanche had like 6 or 7 balls of count extra, and they've just maximized 3 of them.
Yeah.
Max dropped into that one a ton.
Yeah, and if you're the Lumberjacks, that's not what you wanted on your strike count.
Yeah.
Ooh, good shot though by Dylan.
Yeah, 2022 Masters in Edmonton, where he won teaching singles, gold, and silver on the team and averaged a gazillion, was probably his coming out party.
Is it 270 or something like that?
It was over 270.
Yeah.
It is awesome when people have those moments, though.
Yeah.
That's just really cool. All right, so Max picks up his sticks on the right-hand side, 129 and 6. Like Sly said at the start, there is no bench. So, who scored, Tim?
Vikings touchdown. That's on my third screen. Switch to the Liverpool jerseys because we had a good win this morning.
Great shot by Brooke.
Excellent.
Avalanche is taking full advantage of their opportunities here, and
Absolutely.
Lumberjacks are
spinning their wheels a little bit.
Yeah, stumbling out of the gate. So this is the Avalanche looking at this. This is the opportunity to punch or to jump. Sorry.
Yeah, and you know, like you said before, not having anybody on the bench, like, you know, you're looking at the bench that you normally would have, and you know, you telling me you could put in Matt Wallace and try to get something back with that, but having to force your way through the game when you're struggling is a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, and it could go any way. It could either go really good. You have no pressure about getting pulled. Everyone's just going to freewheel. They understand that this is where they're at, and it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't go that way, then you have no safety net, and then you're in trouble.
Oof. Light one.
I'll say a hit on the sheet, but it really wasn't.
Great shot.
That's massive. That is an absolute massive frame for the Avalanche there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In one frame from a match that looked like it was going to be really tight, it is firmly in the grasp of the Avalanche after that.
Yeah, like the way that Steve threw that bomb took total advantage of that match too, with Chantel throwing the chop.
Absolutely.
They've gone from 25 down to probably going to be about 30 or so up, and that's a lot of count now.
Yeah.
Tons. 3 doubles, a strike, and a spare. So many points.
Great shot.
And realistically, they came out and they got 3 marks. Like 3 marks isn't a bad frame. It's a holder frame, but that's not a bad frame. But it's definitely put them behind the 8 ball after.
And especially when you're seeing what the Avalanche are doing now, is putting the extra pressure on the people that are carrying the marks to keep it up. You know,
like you don't want to say it, but you don't want to say it, but that strike for Sly was almost a have to have.
It is. It's a stop the bleeding moment. You know.
Yeah.
And just try to take some of the pressure off of somebody else.
I don't know if it's just me, but Fred seems like he's taken a lot off his ball the way that he used to throw.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay on camera.
Yeah. I just always remember like when he was in his last little bit of YBC and when he first came into the adult ranks that he had a little bit more speed on the ball. But
it looks
maybe
very
it's just
methodical.
He realized that he had to take some off to save the shoulder.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, these youngins, they think their body's going to last forever.
Yeah.
Unless you're built like Gumby, like Derek.
Yeah. Well, Derek's body's a nightmare, isn't it?
I don't think he's had like too many injuries.
He's just like, to me, he's Manitoba's Brad Titkat, you know? And Brad Titkat's body is a nightmare, so I just assume Derek's is a nightmare too.
Except he pulls a little faster.
Brad's had to slow his right down. He's like super controlled now. It's crazy. He throws a my ball speed.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, what happened? That's a great shot by Matt there. Okay, so Lumberjacks are making putting some marks together here.
Answering back.
And they got what they needed out of Colton, right? They needed someone to open in there. And just like strikes, punches are contagious. So
this is kind of snap back a little bit, kind of like the elastic band.
Yep.
Great shot.
There it goes. Pushes through.
Now, if you're the Avalanche looking at the bottom part of the order, you're almost thinking like we maybe need to get something on these marks now.
Yep.
Yeah, with Colton punching and Fred getting the half, that one's right back in to being dead even almost.
Yeah. Same thing now with Dylan and Max.
Yeah. Just popped at the end.
Yeah.
A bit of a,
and this is
not so much up in the shot, but just the way that the ball came out. It looked like he tried to force that spin because he might have been in the wrong spot.
And this is Sly's game, right? Sly throws a bazillion strikes and his mistakes are punches. And like that kind of seems to be a lot of like, Tyler. Tyler's the same thing. He's strikes or he's punches. And
it's all about the accuracy anyway. And like any top end bowler is going to tell you the same. It's like, clearly you can't be afraid to hit the middle. You got to hit the score. So it's going to happen.
Agreed. But I've always said that I would much rather see somebody play aggressive and potentially miss than play tentative and be 100% accurate.
Yeah. It's a huge turnaround in that game for Brooke.
Yeah, is it ever?
Yeah, and with Brooke, as soon as you see her get it out like 3, 4, 5 feet on the lane, it's usually pretty good. Her tendency tends to be to lay it down, and then if she does, she almost always punches.
Yeah,
totally.
It just takes off that little bit of speed too, right?
Yeah.
When you go into these games and you have your managers and your good managers, there's always moments where you're like, okay, this was a spot where it's a good time for a pull, or is this an opportunity for a non-pull? And he did 2 non-pulls at the start of this that have both panned out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And that's tough. That is tough. So
requires a certain amount of self-belief and
restraint,
but also faith and trust in your bowlers.
Totally.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's what I mean. You're looking at the 2 people that were playing tight, and you're looking at Brooke and Colton, and that they don't miss that much anyway. Like, they're pretty consistent hitters. Totally. So you kind of feel like they're going to find a way to do it. It's the same thing when we were looking at the Dynamite match with Jana, right?
Yeah.
Great shot by Dwayne.
Those bottom 3 really stepped up there and made sure that great shots by all of them. They have 9-11 after 7. By my math, I believe we're taking 50 points off of there. So I believe they are at 781.
That's how I've got it. So yes, that's 130 points.
Yeah.
And they've still got 9 balls of count versus 6. So it's still big advantage on that side.
Great shot by Fred.
But all you can do is keep chipping away at it, and that's the start, right?
We've certainly seen bigger leads overcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sub, I think.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Boyko or Alyssa? I'm going with Alyssa.
You know, the fact that he has, 168 with 4 punches.
Yeah.
Is pretty good.
Yeah.
5 punches.
Yeah, sorry, 5 punches. Yeah,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 7, 8.
7,
So
8.
if you're gonna do them, put them together, and if you're gonna get strikes, put those together too. Good half by Max there.
Good warm up, at least to get a couple balls in for Alyssa. Another player that's been playing really well the last couple of years.
Yeah, she's been great.
Don't take this the wrong way, Dexter, but moving to Manitoba might have been the best thing for her bowling game.
I think I helped her out quite a bit before she left.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really funny because she was talking to me and she's like, I want to get better at this. I want to go and practice. So we went out and we practiced, and we're working on some things. I'm like, okay, like where's your target? Like what are you aiming at? And she goes, and I'm like, what? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? I mean, you either have a target or like an area or something that you're aiming at. Like you may not always watch it go over it, but you have a target. No. So I'm like, okay, well, let's give you a friggin' target. Boom, strike. Boom, strike. And then we just both laughed. For like 20 years, she wasn't playing with a target. I'm like, all right.
And Cassie didn't say anything.
I guess not. I guess not. I just remember being absolutely mind blown. I was like, okay. And then it just everything sort of clicked in that moment. And it's like, all right, she played great the rest of that season. So it was just funny. It was funny to me.
Great shot by Brooke.
Yeah, what a turnaround in that game.
Yeah. Are we gonna coin that one the TSN turning point?
Yeah, I mean, what could have been a struggle match and a grind all the way through turned into her throwing bombs and taking a stranglehold of her match and team total.
Yeah.
It was that kind of fourth frame, fifth frame where this match really has turned.
Yeah.
Shot by Sly.
Yeah, great shot.
But
still a good frame by the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, they're not going to go away just yet.
Yeah. And Chantel was close. Like, she just a little bit too far inside on that 3. Just put it straight back.
So 909?
Good half by Steve.
Yeah, looks like it. 909. Strike here, and they can really, I don't want to say take a stranglehold, but they'll definitely be well in control.
Yeah, they'll be up. If they throw a strike here, they'll be up 160 with 2 doubles, a strike, and a spare. So a couple extra balls. 3 extra balls. That's a pretty substantial lead.
Yeah. Yep. Great shot.
Good shot right out of his hand.
Here, Boyko's yell on that one.
Yeah. And if you're the Avalanche, I mean, looking at this, I mean, yes, you're starting your season today, but I mean, looking at the standings, and you see all of the whole bunch of teams that had like 7 to 16 points in the standings with 3 or 4 or 5 games play. Like, you realize you get a couple of good matches today, and you're definitely going to be in the mix.
Totally. And like, yeah, they lost that first match 3.5, but I mean, again, like if you're going to lose a match, the 3.5 is the 100% the best result you could ask for in a loss.
Yeah.
Great half by Fred. You could tell just some of the breaks that they're getting. They're contemplating life on them, just staring at it.
So if Alyssa does end up winning the match up top, that does go to Colton.
Yeah, because he's got had the 2-point lead after 8.
Yeah.
Which big picture's maybe not so important, but for stats nerds like myself, it's a big deal.
Absolutely. I don't think there's anybody out there really looking closely at how many individual matches they make. They just want to win totals.
Yeah.
Good have Max.
Pick by Max. Yeah, Max has been grinding all game. He's playing well.
He has.
Not letting the breaks affect your next shot. Just focusing and doing it. Little sweet here.
Yeah, the ball was down real early on that, and you don't see Matt do that very often.
No.
It looks like he's playing a different line too, because he normally plays way left, but it looks like that was way further right.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that has to do with his results with thin shots. So.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the bottom two will help them out a little bit, and because they need some carry going into 10.
Yeah.
They want any type, but Brooke can slam the door shut here. It's a good count. Pretty good for a light hit. I take it.
She hasn't missed much, but looking at there's strike 3 chops and now a head pin up on the board, so it's maybe just a little high on the.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like they've thrown a lot of high shots, and you haven't seen a lot of them go, and then a lot of their thin shots didn't go either. So now, it's not a big surprise that we only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikes up there.
Yeah.
It seems like you have to be perfect at the moment, and like that's not the way anybody wants to play.
No.
See what I mean?
Oh, they're like, the Avalanche are they're just killing that right side of the pocket, and it's exploding. It's great shot by Sly.
Oh, they are pumped up. Look at that screen go. Yeah, and like that's the thing too, is like all of a sudden you know you got a lead, you guys are playing well, and you could just let all that pressure just sort of wash away and just throw balls and freewheel. That's so tough to beat.
Yeah.
Well, that head pin's going to make that anchor match interesting coming home.
Yeah. 316 max for Sly. So no matter what happens, it's going to be in Sly's hands for his match.
Yeah, and then Dylan doubling up there. That's good advantage for them, not just for the single match there, but to pad the stat on total, right?
Yeah.
But total at this point's pretty much sealed.
Yeah, top
barring
some bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, top and bottom look to be the most likely Lumberjack points. Maybe an outside chance at the second one.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
And if you're the Avalanche, it's all about trying to 5-3 is nice, but 7-1 or 8-0 is better.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're in a D advantage in some of these spots, so it's okay to be greedy.
All right,
Greed is good in bowling.
Yep. Fred misses on the first ball, so he's got 188.9, so he has a 3-point advantage over Alyssa. So now it's in a situation where this match is in Alyssa's hands. She throws the double, she wins. She doesn't even need that now. throw the strike and she should be good. Barring something catastrophic. Okay, spare 5 for the win, spare 3 for the tie.
Yeah, that's one. That's almost kind of a situational miss. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Might be an intentional thing. Play a little bit thinner to make sure that you take the punch out of play. But that does put a little bit of extra pressure on the second shot.
Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought that one was there for Max.
So first one is going to go to Lumberjacks. $203 to $200. Yeah, Max makes a spare. I mean, like, just grinded along this entire game. A couple of shots that got away with him, the 2 3-pins.
Well, and that was the first one that looked like it was a thick hit on the right side that didn't push out.
Yeah, and like that last shot was beautiful. 240 is a solid game. It was a hard work.
Good grinding game.
Oh yeah.
Now means Doan needs to actually get a bit of a count here.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's more than that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a solid day for Dylan. He had 150 for 5 frames in the first game, and he's going to wind up somewhere close to 260 to 298 this game.
Totally.
Great shot by Matt.
So match 1 to Lumberjacks, match 2 to the Avalanche, match 3 and 4 will both go to the Avalanche as well.
Another.
he is amped up.
Feeling it. Yeah, but like Tim said, another great day for Dylan on the lanes.
Yeah, good for him.
I coached him in YBC a little bit, and he was pretty animated then, but he's certainly gotten much more so since then.
Picking the right times to do it.
Yeah.
Side.
Great game. Yeah. 293.
Another great day. It's a little punchy to finish, but still a hard match anyway with the way that Steve's has been throwing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she played solid. She just kept hitting the middle, just a little high, and then you got the guy on the other side just lighting it up.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great game for Brooke.
Oh yeah. Like I think any time that you can basically be around 300 and you punch 3 times, it's turning a frown upside down.
Exactly.
Great shot by Sly.
That's a huge ball for him.
It was so good he got the 2-pin on the reset. Imagine if that was the stat. It cost so much tension in that string that this thing fell over to get bonus count.
Or if you hit, like I've seen it where you throw the strike in 10 and you get the 2-pin at 11, you should get 17.
I was back in free fall if you shoot pins over the dividers. onto the other lanes. You get those ones too?
Yeah. You know, I used to see it all the time in Collingwood, even on the string. It was crazy.
Yeah, I think the best ever was getting 10 on the other lane and a strike on the one lane. Dakota on lane 7 and 8.
That's awesome.
Back when it was free fall.
Okay, so with that head pin, Dwayne is going to have a shot.
He is.
Oh.
283.
283.
Double chop.
Just
or sorry. Double split to win by one.
Double split to win by one. Yeah, that 2-pin means the doors opened just a few millimeters more.
Yep.
Yeah. Obviously, Mark wasn't hampered by the moment today. He played awesome for his first 2 games.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Not at all. He's going to go 314. 314 and 333. Must be something in the water. There's a bunch of Winnipeggers with 300 plus averages so far in the Pro League.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes that first time playing is good. You have that nervous energy, and if you can harness it the right way, then you're gonna do well.
It's nice to see it's at 3 different centers as well, right?
So 1186 on the other side before they start. And 283. Good push.
Okay. Well, they're going to have a shot at 1400, which is pretty good after they shot 1358 the first game.
And Lumberjacks going to be out the door by the time we start these interviews.
Sly's just going to have the thing in his car.
Driving home.
The suspense.
Yeah. Nice to have some drama coming down the line.
Yeah.
And not as much as we had the first time they played.
No.
Oh,
and it gets burnt on it. All right. So that's going to make it a 6-2 final.
Still a good close match for the anchors.
Yeah. And I mean, like, a solid day.
Yeah.
They're going to finish here with just under 1,400. The first match, they had 1,358 for the tie, 1,394. Like that, those are solid games. Those are going to win you games more often than not.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you can average 275 for the team,
exactly.
They're going to be around at the end of the season if they can keep that up.
Yeah, and even in, like, Dwayne had a good bounce back there as well from being pulled in the previous match, right?
For sure.
So good all around day, I think, for them.
All right, we're going to bring in our managers here. We've got Sly, and I'm not sure who we're getting in on the other side, but Sly, how's it going, buddy?
I can't hear.
Well, I didn't need throw 300 to beat Dwayne, so I'm good. I still got a bed.
He still gets the bed, or did he get demoted to the couch?
Well, that's a pretty good couch, though. I got to give it to him. No, comfortable.
No, it's going to be outside.
That's a 6-2 loss for you there, Sly. I mean, you guys played. It looks like you guys played pretty solid most of the games. You didn't get a lot of stuff pushing through. You had a lot of chops. You had a lot of punches. You had a lot of thin corners, thin aces.
Yeah, a couple of iffy corners there, and that ace that Matt threw was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's super weird for lane number 10 here. Normally, it falls better. I don't know what happened on the aces. I thought it was a pretty good shot. But anyways, yeah, we did our best. We tried our best. We can string strikes together, and our opponents just steamrolled us.
They played good. Yeah, Dwayne, you guys played great this game. You played great both games, 1358 and 1394. those are two great games. You got to win more often than not with games like that. This one was a little bit different. It was like neck and neck going into the commercial break, and then you guys really just put your foot down after that. Was it nice going down the line and like not feeling like it's going to be neck and neck? Like you're feeling you got a stranglehold. It's not every ball is like critical at that point.
I mean, I don't know. The team just when they're rolling, it doesn't matter what the pressure is, right? We all know that when you're on, it's going well. But
I was going to say, especially energy-wise, like having Brooke and Colton both bounce back from the punch to start, right?
Yeah,
like
Colton's bounce back was really nice
for the team.
Yeah,
I think he was feeling like I'm pretty sure Cam had spoke to Colton there. I think he kind of knew that hey, it's if you're this next shot, if you don't have it, we're going to change it out, and then he fired him up, and I mean, that's a lot of punching. That's a lot of punching.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
But I don't know if that didn't affect his score or his point.
Yeah.
Sly sleeping outside in 4 days. So.
I mean, at minus 15 degrees, that would be harsh a little bit. But what's going on over there? There's storms.
I'll give you a block heater for the shed.
Wayne, give us a comment on Mark. I mean, he looked perfectly comfortable out there in his first day in Pro League.
Oh yeah, well, anyone who's watched Mark knows that he's so good, and this is just going to get his exposure out there too. He's an incredible teammate with so much talent. So, I mean, there's not much else to say about him. He was settled in. He's been looking forward to it. He practiced more this summer than he's practiced his whole life. And just an excitement with competitive bowling. He went to Nebs this year to try that out. He's just excited about the Pro League and bowling in general. So, being in Manitoba, we all know who he is.
He looked very in control. He looked very confident. Like he knows his shot's good. So like that's all you need, right? So good for him. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was an exciting match. I didn't really watch too many points outside of mine and Sly. I was pretty focused on that match. But I noticed there was a couple moments where the 45 count really separated. So
it was pretty exciting for your team total.
Absolutely. And two solid team games today. Like, anytime you're throwing 13, it's gold, right?
Yeah. I mean, game one was tough for us, but 3.5, or 1.5 to tie that total, and then come back like this. It's a good team rally.
Yeah. Absolutely. You guys played great all day. So you start off your year with a 3.5 and a 6, so 9.5 out of 16 points. That's a good start. Sly, you guys started the season really well. You're on a bit of a slide, but like, what are you gonna do? You played great last week, and somebody just shot huge. This week you don't have your pulls. At least today was only one match for you, so like that's kind of a bonus for a day that you're not having pulls. But we know how good you guys are, so we expect you guys to bounce back here right away.
You didn't have a bench.
No, we didn't have the bench because at some point probably would have been good. Maybe start something sparking up from the top. Maybe it would have been nice to have a bench. Try something else at the first spot and see what happens after. But that's the way she goes. I mean, we decided to be 7, so that's a risk. So Max showed up about halfway through the game. I should have put him as available.
Yeah.
But anyways, we didn't do it. So I didn't know he was coming. So he was there for half a game.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, we know you bounce back. We know how good you guys are. We know that your time is coming. So don't stress about it. Get ready for the next match. Dwayne, great bowling for you guys today. Tim and Kyle, thank you guys for joining me today. Really appreciate it, especially when I got to pop in and out a little bit. So thank you guys so much for your help. Always great doing this with you guys.
Always a blast to do these. Thanks for the matches today, guys.
Awesome. We're going to run a commercial,
match,
and then
bye.
we're going to call it in.
Yeah, good night, guys.
Great
Thanks,
bowling,
guys.
guys.
Yeah, bye.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.